All right, re-recording now.
One day we'll all be dressed up.
One
Yeah.
day, everyone will dress up. Even Sig.
Ah,
He can wear his unicorn onesie.
Well, Sig will have to dress down instead of dress up.
Oh, this is true. Yeah, I'm technically wearing something D&D related. This is from one of my favorite podcasts. This is from the Drunks and Dragons, also known
Oh,
as Greetings
nice.
Adventurers. Um,
I've heard of them, but I never watched them.
oh yeah, they're fantastic. I'm a Patreon backer of theirs.
I'm wearing
I
it.
haven't heard them. I watched Critical Role. I heard you talking about that, Yenny. I'm subscribed to their channel.
Nice.
Marcus's D&D group has a Twitch.
What?
Yep,
I'll have to follow
they
it.
do. It's called Critical Fail.
Mhm.
They play on Monday nights.
We are failures.
I'm looking them up right now.
Well,
Critical Fail.
I didn't know I was in the presence of great royalty here.
Oh, no, no, no. We have a whole 8 people that watch us, 6 of which are playing with us.
Nice.
Thank you. Why can't I find? Oh, D critical fail.
Yeah, yep.
92 followers.
Oh, look at that.
Whoa.
I'll have to, you know what? I'll do it on my phone. I was gonna say I don't want to open up another streaming thing on my computer, or everything might risk going down.
Fair.
Um,
There we go. Got a light on now.
nice. And I believe we lost Amara there for a second,
Looks like it.
unless she's logging back in. So it was D critical fail.
Yeah. The critical fail.
93 followers, now 94.
Wow.
So are you DMing it?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, so you like rotate through.
Yeah, we basically have 3 people who have games that are run with this group. The main game is Dungeons and Dragons, and this one is the campaign is titled Another Day in Hell.
Oh, there go the cats.
Are you doing
Galloping through the
Avernus? Is that what it is?
Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
it's Descent into
Okay.
Avernus.
Good choice.
Yeah. And but then if like Mark wants a break, or something comes up, then we play my campaign of World of Darkness.
Sweet.
So yeah, the name that I had up, it was LOD, that's Lord of Darkness. So instead of DM.
I love it.
So yeah.
Well,
Fighters get bit.
if you ever need any NPCs to hop in for any of those sessions in Avernus or anything like that, you got someone who loves Avernus. So
Nice.
Fun fact, Timothy, if you get 5,000 Fanta bubbles, you can actually be an NPC.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our currency.
I love it.
Bubbles of Fanta.
Bubbles
Orange
of Fanta.
But you're different Fanta, right?
What's
Did
that?
you hear about? Oh, go ahead.
Read Fanta.
Orange
Like-
Fanta?
It's like light yellow, but every time I see Americans drink Fanta, it has a whole different color than the bottles that we have.
Yeah. No, the history behind that is Mark the DM. He lives in Austin, Texas, but he was up here like 5-6 years ago visiting. And I was putting together a cocktail for him, and he was like, "What do you have?" And I was like, "Well, I've got some Jameson." And when I'm sipping whiskey, I normally am a neat sipper.
Yeah.
And he says, "So you got anything to mix it with?" And I looked in my fridge and I was like, "I've got some orange Fanta." So he ended up drinking Jameson's with orange Fanta, and
Oh my gosh, that's gross.
And
Why?
we ended up drinking like all of the Fanta and a lot of the whiskey. And yeah, at first it was like, but then, the second one's easier. And the third one, you actually start enjoying it. And
That's like whiskey. That's whiskey abuse, Marcus. I can't even believe that you allowed that.
Yeah, as a bourbon collector over here,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah, that is a
yeah,
foul, foul.
yeah. Like I said, I'm a neat drinker. So
yeah, same.
It
Well,
is
now,
I will say
mhm,
I do like an old fashioned. I love a good old fashioned.
yeah, old fashions are
So,
nice.
for the most part, it's neat though. I've got some good whiskey stones.
Hmm.
isn't old-fashioned with orange peels.
Yeah, you do a little bit of the orange peels, you get a little bit of the bitters.
Okay.
Some old fashioned, you do the egg whites, and I really like the egg whites in it.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Fanta or orange peels.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's just that
normally
sugar
I
content.
I like Manhattans.
Manhattans.
those are good. Normally I like whiskey neat also, but if it's mixed, there's a few cocktails
Sure.
that I'll do. I make one myself that my ex invented. That's really fucking good.
Nice.
It's a shot of whiskey, shot of honey whiskey, uh, half part squirt and half part lemonade
Okay.
on ice.
Nice.
Super, super tasty.
Nice. I may have to
It's
try
easy
that.
to get drunk on them because it doesn't taste like
I was
alcohol.
gonna say it hides.
Uh,
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's like the rum and cokes that I make for Meredith. She loves a good rum.
Say, Mara,
mhm.
what did your mug say? The struggle or the snuggle? With a T or
The snuggle is real. I like to snuggle.
Cute.
Also, sleeping, Z's.
Mine's a little different.
now I want a mug for my beer.
Yeah.
Mm.
I've got my DM's mug, but I was just like, I don't want to pour my hot tea into my DM's mug. I'll
Is
be,
it
My
leather?
video is still kind of grainy. It's annoying. Sorry.
it's okay. On Zoom, is there, or do you have the option enabled for HD video?
Yes, yes, I do.
Okay.
And I did reset the video quality. I tried messing with my camera. Maybe I just need to get a new camera.
I can
Because
only
that's just such a sudden change. Before it wasn't so bad. Now it's kind of bad.
Well, we can always see how it looks on the recording. I know when I did that little brief intro to test the audio, everything was looking and sounding great. So, and we are capturing the screen now. So I do have it set up where there's, if you look on Roll20, there's another person logged in there called Observer. That's just me, and it's not an actual token. It's an account that then has access to see all of the same things that all of you three see on the map. So when you move
Okay.
around, you can be able to see that, but you don't get to see what the DM sees. So it's still
Okay.
a layer removed, which will make it good for the past
That's good.
recordings.
Yes, that's good. So to get recap on last time,
Hmm.
we were going to be going to bed and go somewhere. I don't remember where.
Sure. So we can roll a d20 here in a second to try to see who remembers what. Just as a jog of your memory, right as we were leaving off the last session, you were all sitting around the table. You had just come back to the tavern, and a half orc ends up walking in there with this really cool armored arm and says a few things to you before sitting down at the table, and that was Muckdoth. That was the bouncer that you had heard of.
Yep,
Um,
remember that.
but along those lines, we've been opening up each session with trying to get to know our characters a little bit more. I think that with everyone sitting around the table drinking something, we have to figure out what are uh, your favorite drinks. Like what does Amara and Ilya and Zig, what all do you love to drink?
I'm thinking what the English name is. Like the beer you make from honey.
Mead?
Mead. Yeah, that one. Mead.
Good choice. Any kind of mead? Like a blackberry mead?
I have no idea what different kinds there are.
Oh, I love meads. We've got a good meadery right down the street.
I've never had mead. I'm
I
Ilya.
Oh,
Thinking
it's
for you.
so good.
I have
Rabbit's
a
just
foot.
bottle.
I just had Egyptian mead out at the Renaissance Festival.
Woo.
Amazing.
Yeah, if we get you guys out here to California when
Mhm.
pandemic is not going on and when everyone is like settled,
Mhm.
we will have to make a trip over to the Rabbit's Foot meadery.
Yeah, like
I have
Hi,
a
Jeroen.
bottle of mead.
Yep.
Oh,
A
just
bottle
saying
of mead
hi
right
to him.
here.
Good choice.
Hi.
Which kind of mead is that?
This is Whitehaven Stinger Mead, premium
Ooh.
honey wine from Minnesota honey.
Ooh, okay.
God,
Mm,
that is so
Sweet.
cool.
Mhm.
10% by volume.
So Ilya, your mead of any variety. What about Amara?
Glad you asked. Back in the Feywild, we like to drink fire wine.
Ooh,
Yes, fire wine with a dash of cinnamon.
okay. That
Sometimes I put a little bit of bug sludge in there, but it's if it's available.
we may have to see what this tastes like. That'll be pretty good. Well, what about you, Zig?
Well, Zig really likes this wine that he had at this one place. It was this really nice place. And they put some fruit in it and like some strawberries, and they kind of could mash it up and put it in there, and some cherries. And let me tell you that they did some weird fermentation thing
Ooh, okay.
where it put bubbles in it,
Ooh,
and it kind of like does this diamondy crystally thing on your tongue, and when it
oh,
matches up with the strawberries and
Oh, that sounds magical.
It
it
sounds
feels magical. And let me tell you, when you drink about 3 of them, you get magical.
ooh.
Yes.
That sounds fantastic. Does this drink have a name? So we've got mead, we've got fire wine. Let's see, what would be this one?
angry.
Hmm. They called it bubble wine,
They call it bubble wine?
but
Okay,
probably has a better name than that somewhere.
sure. Well, if you happen to hear of any other name for it, we can always do that as well.
Spanish sangria. Sangria.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was it
It's
was
what
it was it was from the small town called Champagney.
Champagne. Nice. I love it. Is that in the province of Frankie?
Ah, yes.
Okay,
Champagney of Frankie.
So it was a white wine then.
Well, it was more pink.
okay.
Ah,
Nice, nice. I
Mm,
love it.
made me blush.
maybe blush. Aw.
All right. So on those notes, let's go ahead and have everyone roll a d20 and let's see who can remember what we did last session.
Oh
So
no.
highest number, so up to 19 has to go. If you get a 20, you get to choose who goes. If you get a 1, then you have to go.
Oof.
In that case, a 4 is good.
Okay.
Does it take my roll? I rolled? Oh, wait, there it is.
And if you need a refresher, you can always do /r 1d20. So /r space 1d20 in. Mhm.
In the beyond, do you see it?
Oh, Cygnus the Swan. So it looks
I
like
don't
you,
see it.
Amara. What did you roll,
Mm.
Again.
Ilya?
Yeah, I'm not seeing my roll. I rolled in
Right?
D&D Beyond, but
But it
I'm
didn't
not
show up.
seeing it.
My D&D
Um,
Beyond does not communicate to Roll20 either.
How odd.
Mine does, and it's
Wait a sec.
great.
I'm
Do
gonna
you
try
have the
again.
Beyond 20, or are you on Google Chrome?
Wait.
No.
If you try it through Google Chrome, or Firefox might also
Okay.
work.
I
And
do the
you,
Roll20 through Google Chrome.
okay.
Might work, right? No
And there, and again,
your audio quality.
1 minute.
Close
if you have the add-in called Beyond 20,
any-
then that will also show up for you.
Beyond
My fingers just
20
really,
spelt out.
Correct. Yeah. So that is an
really
add-on
late.
for Google Chrome, and when you
I
enable
rolled a
it,
1.
you rolled a 1. Oh,
Dang.
Critical fail.
Amara, you are saved.
Rip.
Ilya has to give the
You see
recap with the
it in-
critical fail.
Yikes.
Although she's breaking up for a second. Are you still there?
Oh,
Well, I do remember exchanging pleasantries with a half orc and being super surprised at what a half orc looks like.
True.
I remember going to bed also.
I
And
remember you
that
touching
half orc.
people's faces with
Yes.
leaves.
The orc knew your leaf custom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I'm just gonna roll in yeah. I rolled a 1 in D&D Beyond, but I don't know if you see it in roll 20.
I believe you. And since you rolled the 1, I think we're going to have you go ahead and give us a recap as best as you can remember from the previous session.
So we started by buying armor for Amara and a healing potion for me.
Yes.
Hell hadn't shown up today. We went to eat. We got 3 temporary hit points. The white flower of, oh my god, I can read my own writing. Irrebor?
Yeah, Ariabor.
Yeah, Irrebor. We found a wooden box buried under the tree, 2 feet. We got a coffin. Sig was emotionally affected. He was unresponsive. I used my rope to pull him out. He felt better right away. He broke the lid while I had the whole pulley thing ready.
That was really ingenious. I liked the system.
The fungus Ikikaka attacked.
Oh, I did freezing. That's right.
Icky Kaka.
We kill it. Sig goes back in to pick up broken table pieces with the shovel.
Mhm.
And also a raven with a broken beak, which was probably buried alive, going by the marks on the inside of the lid. There was an engraved rose, the sigil of the Brothers of the Rose. And Sunni Shrine was nearby. While they were talking to the parents of the dead child, while Sig was comforting them, I took the raven and cremated it. And then we returned to the tavern. We ate, we drank, we had a long rest, and we met the half ogre woman with the leaf ceremony. I don't know, you call it a ceremony custom.
Sure.
Reading. Yes. Yep. Mm-hmm.
So, and that was as far as my notes go, but I know we had a talk with her, but I didn't write down what we discussed. Sorry.
No, that's perfect. No, thank you for the recap. You nailed it. Yeah, basically, right where we left off at the end of that session was you guys were starting to have a conversation with Mukdoth, and she sat down at the table with you, and Master Fitchweather brought over a round of drinks for everyone. If I'm not mistaken as well, weren't you guys like really disheveled and dirty? Like hadn't you?
Yeah, we fought in a pit with fungus.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really not looking very good. I think Master Fitchweather was very taken aback by your appearance. Called for some food to be made and for some cloths to be brought out to wipe yourselves down.
This
Yep.
dirt under my fingernails, it's driving me bananas.
Nice.
I,
So,
I
I
told
like
you,
the dirt. It's a nice, pleasant thing.
I, I wrote down we ate, we drank, and we had a long rest. I think we had a bath too before we
Yes,
yeah, yeah. So
we did.
that's
Yeah.
where we're going to be picking up is right there. So I wanted to give you guys that opportunity because you also leveled up during this whole thing. So you're all now feeling a little bit more energized, a little bit what's the word I'm looking for? A little bit more hardy,
Feeling good.
less
Mhm.
risky going into fights like this now.
I don't know. I'm feeling kind of invincible.
There, you perfect. So where we pick up on last session is right now you're all sitting around the back room within Master Fitchweather's Tavern, the Mandarb's Bridal, and you can be able to see that all the windows have been closed against the chill night air, and Mukdoth is again she's that large, dark-skinned, well-muscled half orc bouncer type person. She's lounging on the floor in front of you. She has her feet kind of propped up on a chest at one foot of the bed, and she's laughing as she's
I
regaling
rolled
you.
20 is
I have a question though.
Go
We
ahead.
gain back a spell slot, right?
You long rest, so you get everything back. What?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. With the level up, we're considering this was a long rest. I'm just giving you guys an opportunity to ask questions and actually have a conversation with Mukdoth. I'm kind of doing almost
Okay.
like a just a brief little like flashback.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah, no, for sure. But yeah, she's lounging there on the ground. She's kind of telling you a story, and oh, so I say to him, next time you should try a smaller hammer. Oh, oh. But over the process of being able to tell this story, she actually knocks over a mug of brandy wine onto the ground, and she reaches down and realizes she spilled it all over her hand, and she oh by Helm's codpiece, you see her start to like press a few buttons on the side of her arm, and um, a second goes by and you hear this like mechanical whirring and then a click, and she takes off her hand and starts wiping it down.
Hmm.
okay. How did you lose the arm?
Uh, the arm? Oh, it's a. I guess it's kind of the same story. That was the last time that I was ever allowed back in the northern Goliath villages. But yeah, I got it in a fight. You see those Goliaths, they were having some problems with a rival tribe, and well, I had heard of their plight. As I was mentioning before, I'm part of one of the Northern Ranger guilds, and well, we go wherever problems are arising, and came to our guild's attention that the Goliaths were having a problem. They needed some outside settlers to come in and help with this dispute, and well, one particular Goliath did not appreciate my intervening, and uh,
One
suffice it.
moment. What is a Goliath?
Well, if you think I'm tall and I'm big, those brutes are perfect. Oh, sorry, excuse me. They are about I don't know, 1.5 times as large as I am, and she like reaches back and
Wow.
stretches, and you can see just like bulging muscles. She is very, very toned.
Mhm.
1.5 times your size? Wow. Like a mountain, practically.
Pretty much, yes. And well, I think they would try to eat you as a snack.
Not if we have anything to say.
Yes.
Indeed. Some of their rituals are a bit barbaric, but I was very grateful that the shaman of this one Goliath tribe was able to, at the very least, staunch the blood flow long enough for me to be able to make it back down the mountainside. And well, over my adventures, I found myself in Waterdeep, and well, while I was there, they have a good tinkerage, and well, she starts to move her arm around again, and she takes her hand up off the ground that she had been wiping down with a towel, and well, first she takes a cloth and wipes off the nub, the mechanical nub, where the
Is
hand
what
was.
the name of this town?
Waterdeep,
Yeah.
yes.
Is that? Oh, I didn't have that in my notes.
Yeah, no, Waterdeep is a very large, spread out town up in the north of the Sword Coast, and uh, I tell you, I think that is one of my favorite places to
I've
be able to
never been to
explore.
such a large place. This is the largest place I've ever been to. Was
This place, my dear. Oh, my
Hmm.
dear, we I have to show you around sometime. Um, yes, no, I've spent many a year exploring all over the place. When when you work for the Northern Rangers, well, you tend to see uh, a lonely traveling existence, but you know, I can be able to say I've been to most places, or to more places than most folks in this town have ever been combined together.
oh, that's
Hmm.
impressive. Have you ever written down your travels?
No, but I do have a bard friend of mine who has been telling me that I should sit down long enough and grab a drink with him and let him write the epics of my tales. But I think he just wants to get me drunk, is all.
Oh, my dear, would you be interested in making some new tales? I think you would fit in with us magically.
Yeah,
Perhaps.
I like her. It's fine by me.
Um, I might be interested in that. I know part of my being in this town wasn't just to be a bodyguard for the two establishments worth defending within here. Although I don't mind being able to help out towns such as these, but yeah, I was here because of the problem that you lot were able to solve, um, or at least you were able to solve this portion of it.
Hmm.
The the whole reason that I was sent here is there's actually a cloister of scholars that had requested the help of the Northern Rangers. These scholars, you may have heard of them. It's a place on the edge of the Sword Coast that looks out over the sea. It's a bastion known as Candlekeep.
Hmm.
Have
I
you
believe
ever
so.
you ever been there? Have you heard of it?
Heard of it. Haven't been there
I
though.
think I've been there on my travels.
I've
Well,
never heard of it and I've never been there.
well, you
We should
see,
go. We should go for sure.
well, I do think that that might be where I need to end up once again. There was a scholar out that way who wanted me to be able to come and take a few notes for them and observe what was happening with some of the natural order being disturbed. And well, that brought me to this place. After hearing of the various disturbances that they've had with crops suddenly dying, with animals just falling over in the middle of the field, suddenly withered as if they've been dead for weeks, and children being either abducted or disappearing, or I don't know what that part is. I knew that we had to take this opportunity to observe and see what was going on. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Sounds most noble of you.
So if our quests continue to align, then you know I would appreciate the company. It's been a while since I've traveled with more than just the clothes on my back and my
Well, we had committed to trying to figure out the cause of all of the disruption in natural order of things.
Okay, wonderful. I think it's odd that this is happening every few months. I don't know what is causing all of this, but I'm glad that you were able to, from what you told me, you were able to find that there was some sort of disturbance buried at the base of the tree in the orchard. Is that what this was?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know too much about things.
Do you know
We
anything
can
of
just say
the
things,
models of the rose?
but it seemed like something that just made people sick. I could tell with my, connection with my goddess that there was something off. Dug down, found the thing that was off, and everything's better now.
For now, yes.
There was a weird fungal growth involved, and I got to freeze it.
True. And you said something about a rose, Ilya, was it?
Yeah, what do you know of the brothers of the rose?
The rose. So I know that there is an order of knights who follow Sunni, and I'm assuming that you are one of their members there, Sid.
I sure am.
Wonderful. I thought as much based off of your physique and armor.
Mm.
Have you seen any but our dear sick here? Any brothers of the rose here
Well,
in this town in the
well,
orchard?
just to the north, they do have a cathedral of some sort that it used to be a way shrine in this part of town. Initially, that's what the researchers at Candlekeep wanted me to come and see was if it was some sort of disturbance due to the way shrine. But last that I was up there a few months back, there was nothing really to be noted other than the way shrine seemed to be under disrepair. It seemed as if it hadn't been visited in some time or well kept up.
Does that seem like something we may want to look into, possibly?
Well, it is your order. I can imagine if you want
I,
to.
I thought we had talked about going there.
Yeah,
It's fine by me.
I think it would be delightful to do this.
I think that would be a great spot to start. We can take a look at it in the morning and potentially see what else is going around town. I know. Um,
Wasn't it morning? Didn't we just wake up?
yeah, so just as like I'm doing a little sidebar on this. This was kind of going back to the conversation that you were having with Mukdoth before taking the long rest. So I'm just giving you the opportunity to talk with her. But yeah,
Yeah.
once the morning comes, I don't mind being able to do that. Uh,
Okay.
Oh, okay, found it.
I'm glad that you found it. What did you find?
Spells.
Perfect.
Did you
Um,
check Heather? Shall we metagame? Heather, did you check if you added an extra spell, prepared an extra spell? Now you leveled up? Because I'm from 2 to 3 and I could add one to my spell list. Don't know if you did.
I wasn't. Oh, we're at 3 now.
n-
Yeah,
uh,
I am. I'm a druid.
she's
Oh.
saying that she has 3 level 1 spell slots, is what she was saying.
Oh,
No, not
okay.
spell slots, prepared spells.
Yes, yeah, you have. Yeah, sorry. Prepared spells.
I could add one, now I leveled up, so I think Amara could
Well,
too.
do you not have another spell slot as well?
Yeah, 2, but that was not my question. My question was if
3. That's 3.
I
I
have
don't.
4
I'm not
prepared
sure.
spells.
So if you
Let me.
go in
How do
D&D
you prepare
Beyond,
your spells?
if you go to Manage Spells, so under
Mm-hmm.
the Spells tab in there, it
Mm-hmm.
will show you on the top right of that list how many you have known versus how many you can know. And then if you have the options prepared, you can be able to select which ones you have prepared.
Oh,
That
I can
is
add another cantrip, it looks like.
Yep.
Useful to check.
Yeah, go ahead and take a few minutes to do that. I don't
Okay.
mind at all.
so simply put together.
What, for D&D Beyond?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like spells, got them here, pick.
Yep.
Yeah.
They even do it really well if you choose to multi-class. Like I said, my previous campaign that I did, I was a Sorcerer 7, Cleric 1, Bard 1, and so I had spells out of the wazoo, just everywhere, out of every kind of breakdown. And the multi-class list on that would have been really confusing, but it worked out well.
Sorry for the noise. I'm gonna open a bag of chips.
Oh, no worries.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nearly 8 here, so
I understand.
beer and chips. That's my D&D meals.
Good choice. So you guys put in everything on that apartment, right?
Yeah, yeah. On 6 different, we can give 6 preferences,
Yep.
and we did 4 on the downstairs and 2 with the high view. But at the downstairs you can have a door, and that's a back door. And that's with a dog. It's easier if you can just go out to your own apartment instead of having to walk through the entire building, small
Yep.
hallway.
Well, crossing fingers and praying it all works out. I really hope that you guys are able to get this.
We had like a ton of paperwork to send, but we all did it yesterday. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I understand.
Yeah, nerves like hell. And it's a small apartment, but it's better than like here, only one of us can register, like one of us living here. So
Yeah,
on we're not even living together anymore. And there we can sign up together. So then we're a couple again on paper.
nice.
It's for tax and everything, it's easier.
Yeah. So yeah, while you guys are doing that, Mukdoth, she finishes up wiping off her arm, and you see her like press a few more buttons, and you see different parts opening up on her arm all the way across, and she's like, just going through and checking all the gears and everything, and making sure that it's all well put together and in working order. She explains to you, it's like, yeah, no, I'm thinking that it's about time that I turn in for the night, and you know, we can make plans for the first thing in the morning if you want to meet me. I know Master Fitchweather said you can use this back room for now. I have a room over there by the inn. So if you wish to meet me in the morning, I can either meet you over there, or what would you like? We can.
Hmm.
Could
Well,
be for breakfast.
I'll be up in 4 hours, so I don't mind. We can meet here or in the morning, or we can talk things through earlier if you want. Like, I'll be up. I don't have to sleep. I only get 4 hours.
My, I don't think I'd be able to survive off of that. And she goes a big yawn as she's saying that. I like my sleep.
Then I'll just read. I heard a
As do I, my darling.
good.
She smiles at you fondly, but her eyes are like just half open right now.
hmm
Okay, I'll just read the Travels of Jane Farstrider.
I
You know,
haven't read that one.
bodies such as ours need ample food and ample rest. Yours being as magnificent as it is, I could see you needing a little bit more.
What can I say? And she stretches and flexes and clearly like she's appreciating being oogled while she does it.
Mm. You are a specimen.
I know, dear.
Near perfection.
Is he this way with both of y'all as well?
And not with me.
No, not really.
Well, keep him around. He's a dear.
Mm.
You two better make sure he stays alive during this.
Keep you around, my dear.
Yes. Well, I think that we'll go ahead and call it an evening then. And she starts to get up, and she grabs her cloak and tosses it around her shoulders, and she ties it off, and then she reaches down and she grabs her belt that she has, which has like a number of small skulls on it that are kind of like dangling from different chains, and she starts to tighten that around her base, or around her waist as well.
How cheerful.
Oh, these things?
Mhm.
Yeah, trinkets of unique encounters. And she turns and she walks out the door. I'll see
Okay.
you in the morning, as she yells
See you.
over her shoulder.
See you for morning yum yums.
And she walks out of the tavern.
Mm. She's marvelous.
It's
All
long.
right. So you guys are good to go ahead and take a long rest if you haven't already clicked the long rest button.
Totally silent
Okay.
on the side.
You have your cantrips and stuff selected?
My Zoom is catching up. Wait a sec.
Okay.
Hiccup.
I have my character pick. I don't know if this works,
Come on, Zoom. Give me some sound.
but that's the link to my character.
Hmm.
I don't know if that's viewable by you.
If you
It is.
go to if
Cool.
you click the name of the campaign in D&D Beyond, you can see all the players in this campaign, and you just click them to see the character sheet.
Let's see.
Oh, here's the link to Roll20 map area.
Mhm.
Is this going to connect it?
Crossing fingers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as long as you have the D&D Beyond or the Beyond 20 add-in for Google Chrome, and you've got Chrome open and Roll20 open, it should identify who it's tied to.
Okay.
I tried to do the 20 and it didn't.
Let's see. So I saw your deception roll. That was me. I clicked on your deception to try it, and it popped up.
Oh,
I'm gonna
beautiful.
well because when we rolled to read what happened last time, I didn't see it, and I'm gonna check if it works better now.
But I'm curious if it worked because, oh yeah, I see it. I see your perception 14.
I don't.
Mhm.
But if you see it, you can tell
If
me where I'm
you
going.
if you go to the Roll20 on the right-hand side of the screen, there's a button for messages in the top left. If you click on that on the right-hand bar and you scroll all the way down to the bottom, do you see the different messages?
No, there's just a delay in when it comes, when it pops up.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's
Come here.
great.
I just made an attack roll and it did not go through.
Are you still on the D20 side? Or the Beyond 20
No,
side?
Beyond 20.
But your deception did roll through.
Yeah, I rolled the deception and I've got the roll 20 or the Beyond 20 setup on here. It says has access to the site.
Marcus, if you have D&D Beyond open, do you
Yep.
see next to your name
Mm-hmm.
Beyond
Cog?
20?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, click it, then you get settings.
Mhm.
Maybe you can find something there that's switched off. Or
If you go
I
to more options.
Yeah, it says Underdark mode, edit character, manage levels, all of that.
I don't
Do you see
under.
the Beyond 20 settings?
No.
So it should be directly by your character name, its
I can,
own box by itself for Beyond 20 quick settings.
I can make a
Mm-mm.
picture how it looks for me.
Yeah, I'm checking to see update VTT token health, custom hotkeys.
Okay.
I'm putting photos in Messenger of what it looks like for me, like the
Okay.
big 20 button. Beside your name, there's that red little icon.
Mhm. Mm.
Okay.
Not seeing anything on it.
I will do this. And that is what I am looking at.
So you don't have Beyond 20 working in your
Mm-mm.
Chrome. That's the problem. You don't have Beyond 20 working.
Right?
So if you click on the little puzzle,
The cog there?
the extensions icon beside the M on Google Chrome,
At the right corner, beside the orange.
Okay. See it?
do you see Beyond 20 as one of the extensions?
No. McAfee Web Advisor and manage extensions.
All right. If you click on Manage Extensions,
Okay. It opened up window that gives me 5 different options.
all right. Do you see any of them that would be Beyond 20 that would be disabled?
No. Oh, it says Google Docs Online, McAfee Web Advisor, and then under it says Chrome Apps, Docs, Sheets, and Slides.
Mm.
Okay. So in Chrome, if you can search for Beyond 20, just in like
There's
the main Chrome window, the first link is an extension for and you can also go through the Chrome Web Store to find it.
Mm.
Beyond 20. Okay, there it says Beyond 20 Chrome Web Store.
Mm-hmm.
There's Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
Add extension.
Woohoo!
Weird.
Okay. Okay, now I got the Beyond 20 on my
Nice.
D&D's Beyonds.
Also, now whenever you look at any of your buttons, and I mean any of your buttons, like your initiative button, your attack rolls, your damage dice, if you
Oh
look at
yeah,
the
it
like if
throws the B.
yep, exactly. If you click on that, it'll automatically send it over to roll 20. So there you go.
Bam.
You just
Yay.
rolled
Coming out swinging hard.
2 attacks with the great sword. Likewise, so that was the hit attack for the great sword. If you look to the left of the great sword, there's the little hand icon for attacking.
Yep.
Go ahead and click that. So now it rolls both your attack and your damage.
Oh, nice.
And I think because I have your character sheet open right now, it's sending it twice. Let me
Oh,
let me get out of your character sheet.
my my mouse has been double clicking
Oh, maybe that's what it is then.
quite a bit.
And also, if you hold shift when you do it,
Mm-hmm.
it does it at advantage.
Oh.
And if you hold my control and hit click, it does it at disadvantage.
Okay.
Continue.
Oh yeah. Okay, the control.
Mm-hmm. There you go. See, you can now be able to do all your rolls through there. It'll send it over. You can do the same thing for spells when you're casting it. It makes it super helpful. When you're drinking health potions, you can like consume a health potion and roll it and see what you get.
What I've heard, I don't know if this is true, but if
Oh
you
yeah, it's double clicking.
in roll 20, the rolls are apparently lower on average than
Ouch.
use D&D Beyond. The rolls are always fair, or so I've heard.
Interesting. That's pretty cool. I haven't looked into that too much, but yeah, I typically always roll from D&D Beyond and then just have it pop up in roll 20.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
So, are we set? I want to go on.
Yes, yeah, no, I'm glad we got everyone squared away as far as that goes. And
Yay.
Amara, you're good on your cantrips and stuff. You've got your things chosen.
I have 2 prepared spells, and I added a cantrip that was missing that I could add. Yep.
Woohoo! Sweet.
Mhm.
All right.
Well,
What was that, Ilya?
I said we're all up to date.
Awesome. Cool. All right.
We
Yeah.
are styling.
So you take a long rest. Night goes just fine. The morning comes and you can still feel the chill has seeped into the room a little bit through the windows. But yeah, dawn has crested, and you can hear people kind of working out in the back, seemingly moving boxes around and things like that. So it is now daytime.
You guys are awake?
I stretch, do some push-ups.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
How many push-ups do you do?
As many as I can.
Can you roll me in athletics?
Yeah. There it be. Oh, I hit it twice.
It's okay.
Okay.
Three.
Ouch.
Yeah, you started to do the push-ups, but you forgot to
Crit
stretch
fail.
ahead of time.
Mhm.
And so like you start getting a cramp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was thinking about impressing that lady and
Well, you're
got a
lucky.
little overzealous. Overexcited.
It's okay.
Well, you're not nearly as tall as a Goliath by her description.
Oh no.
Yeah, because she's 6'8". I
Mhm.
think Sig's what, 6'2", something
Yeah.
like that.
Yep. Right around
Goliaths are on average like 8 to 9 feet tall.
there.
So like what is that? About almost 3 meters tall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little less than 3 meters tall, because that's 3 yards is 9 feet.
Yeah, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
9.5.
Yeah. Yeah, don't ask me to do metric conversions on the fly.
I think feet, but I just don't think about how tall people are, because then I get confused.
Yeah.
Like distances.
We just have to remember
Yeah.
that Amara is not as tall as everyone else.
No, and I had to fill in D&D Beyond my weight, and I was like, I'm not going there.
Funny.
All right. Well, yeah, you guys, you wake up. You can hear the sounds of food kind of getting prepared and things like that. People moving around outside in the square. Master Fitchweather sticks his head into the room and uh, wishes you all a good morning and asks if you'd like any type of breakfast. He's got some sweet honey rolls ready.
Breakfast would
Mm.
be
Yes,
delightful.
breakfast.
Okay.
Certainly.
So he gets a table set
Yes.
for you, and you know you can all go out and sit down at the table, and I'll just go ahead and move you guys out to the main room for a moment. And
Okay.
Muckdoth ends up kind of walking into the tavern and looks around and
So good morning, guys.
sees all of you.
Well,
Good morning, right back.
Good
are you moving
morning.
us, Justin?
I did move you temporarily. I just put you in the main room.
Because my computer started lagging. Oh yeah, you're moving us. Yeah. Yeah, but then I know why it suddenly starts lagging. It's because something's changing in Roll20.
Gotcha.
Oh man, I really
So yes, you are all now in the common room together.
need a different one computer.
Okay.
Yep. And you have a pretty tasty breakfast. You get to enjoy the honey rolls and everything else that you could be able to ask for. You know, if there's something in particular you're wanting, Master Fitchweather has already expressed he would make sure to get it for you. So after breakfast, Mukdoth asks, "Okay, so where are you wanting to go? We can we can either go straight up to the
I
cathedral."
like that you put me in the corner with my back against the wall.
Well, I assume that that's one of the most advantageous positions to defend yourself, is it not?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Back to the corner with us
There you go.
between her and any
it comes
potential
in here.
threats.
No.
I like the way you think. That's smart to keep yourselves aware of everything, even in a
Hmm.
idyllic place such as Arrival.
You never know who came in,
Indeed.
who comes in. I mean, someone buried that raven alive.
This is true. Um, I'm not sure who might have done that, but from what you had said and some of the rumors that I've heard, there's
Mhm.
a few leads that we might be able to go on. I know you were looking at being able to go up to the cathedral. Well, I've also heard, after doing a little bit of looking around before going to bed last night, that the gnomes on the outside of town, the ones that are camped just beyond the bridge, uh, apparently one of their own is now missing.
Perhaps we
And
should talk to them and go to the shrine.
Yeah, indeed.
Is it on the way to the cathedral?
I mean, there's about six of one, half a dozen the other. The cathedral's to the north of us. The bridge, we'll walk past the bridge in order to get to, you know, where we're going in the cathedral.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we should head to the cathedral and maybe make a pit stop, see these gnomes.
My phone, which is my Wi-Fi, is about to go empty, so I'm gonna get a charger before I lose it.
Oh.
Yes,
All
please
right.
go ahead.
If we're taking a minute, I will too to get more tea.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just chat it up with you, Marcus.
Yeah.
How's your week been?
Um,
Company, yeah.
good, I think. Yeah, it's gone fast. Last weekend I had my dad over and my brother, and we did our fall canning.
Nice. That's right. I
So
remember you mentioned the canning.
yeah, we ended up getting 135 quarts done.
Woo!
Yeah, over 2 days.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was fun. My house is still pretty wrecked from it. I haven't gotten all of the cleaning situating done.
Hey,
But
Well,
what's that?
where's Amara?
she's
Her,
stepped away to get something to drink.
Yep.
uh,
Yep. She used your quick absence as a reason to make some more tea.
I was literally at 3%, so it's a good thing I.
That is a good
Yeah,
catch. Very good
we
catch.
don't want to lose you.
You know, Zig, I hear that a canner can can anything that he can, but a canner can't can he?
Whoa.
I
That's the most profound thing I've heard
get sentence.
in all week.
What was that, Ilya? What'd you say?
I had to think about that sentence.
Yes, that's definitely a canner can anything that he can, but a canner can't can can he?
Hmm.
Well, we don't can as much as Americans do.
There you go.
You guys don't?
You
No,
don't can?
never. I've
It's a
never canned anything in my life.
it's a great way to preserve.
Mm, sure is.
Seriously, guys, I've seen what Americans put in cans, like whole chickens and everything.
I have a friend of mine who wants to learn how to can venison.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Making jerky?
I'm not sure that would be
I don't know.
busy. I don't know.
I guess
He's got some friends who have done it. You know, he's from the countryside, so
Somebody wants my chips.
Sorry.
yeah, no, he yeah, I think we're gonna start with beets first.
nice.
Yeah, pickled beets are wonderful.
All right.
Do you have any football on in the background?
Oh, you or me? I don't. I cannot watch. I can only watch Super Bowl. The rest of American football isn't broadcasted on it.
You're not missing all too much.
I had like one at night at the start. As Jeroen, I'm sitting like all alone in the living room, like watching American football, and no
Yeah.
one is awake even, and I'm watching.
I don't really watch football. I barely even watch basketball and hockey, and I like those sports.
Yeah, we mostly watch Formula One.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
that
no.
wasn't a success today because Lewis Hamilton literally chopped up our Dutch driver. Like they were standing like this, the cars.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Yeah. No, the stuff that we canned is basically tomatoes with other veggies in it for goulash.
Yum.
It smells so good.
But goulash, this is like very American goulash because I've had goulash in Europe and Czech Republic and
That's a good one.
in Salzburg, and that's not the goulash that we make. The goulash I had in Europe is basically like beef tips and gravy
Yeah,
with potatoes. This
Hungarian.
is yeah, yep. No, ours is tomatoes and noodles and celery, green pepper, onion, garlic.
Ragu?
What's that?
More what you call ragu? Ragu?
Ragu is spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, but
It's
what
a brand of spaghetti sauce.
you said noodles, tomatoes, beef. That's like
It's like stewed tomatoes.
Hmm.
Yeah, you don't add spaghetti sauce. It's you can make fresh cut tomatoes, stew them, and add them to your goulash, or as other places would call it, hot dish in the U.S.
Well, hot dish is more of a casserole in other states.
Is it?
If
Oh,
you're gonna bake a casserole, that would be a
hot
Minnesotan
dish?
hot dish. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I don't usually make those.
we don't have an oven here, so I never make those anymore.
No Dutch oven.
Yeah, I do have a Dutch oven. Of course, I have a. We just call them a stew pan.
Okay,
We call them Dutch ovens. We call them stovepan
that's like what do you call Swiss cheese in Switzerland?
or Gouda. Like you say Gouda.
Yeah.
We say
Well, you know, like French fries are not made in France; they're made in Greece.
Belgium. No,
That's
in Belgium, and they are called
That's a nod to the dad joke.
Appreciate it. I'll be here all night.
Uh-huh.
Color.
I caught onto that way faster than I wanted to.
Well, you're of an age, Marcus.
Oh man.
Oh man, oh man.
I don't think Sig would have caught it that fast.
To answer your other question, all three of my favorite teams are playing right now, and I do not have any of them on in the background.
Oh, good on you.
My
Yeah.
hair is like going in my face. Okay.
Mine too.
Mine's coming out of my face.
I was about to say,
Yeah, mine is not coming out of my face, it's going into my face.
I did a really
Ooh,
patchy
that's
repair
backwards.
job.
Yeah. I haven't done the buzz trim for a bit.
Yeah. I was like, I got rid of all the sides and the mustache and everything, and just like a few days ago, I was like, all right, I'm gonna let it start growing back, but it's just like, it's itchy when it's in that phase.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah. But I digress. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
So,
we should pack ourselves up.
sure
Mhm.
thing.
Or are
Have
we
our stuff?
Yeah. So you're able to grab your stuff together really easily. Master Fitchweather offers you a few honey cakes to go if you want some.
Oh, yes, please.
Thank you.
So he wraps up 3 each for all of you, and you can now add three rations worth of honey cakes to your inventory if you wish. Muckdoth ends up walking out of the tavern, kind of leading you in the direction of where the bridge is, because you haven't really been on this part of town too much. And she gets over to an intersection and says, "Well, the gnomes are encamped just on the other side of here." And in front of you, you see a fairly well-made bridge, especially considering the state of the town around you. The town, while it's not poor by any means, it's still mostly wooden houses and some tiles, some thatched roofs. But this bridge, it appears to be made out of these hardy blocks of large stone that have been dug up from somewhere. And there's 2 large towers that are on this side of the bank with different logs that look like they've been kind of rolled in place to help block off some of the flow of traffic when there would be large throngs of people. But as it is right now, the only people that you see out, you see a guard by one of the logs. And the river that you see running right there beside you, that is part of the Chianther River, which you would know from being in this region.
How do you spell that?
Yeah.
Chionthar, Chianthar River.
Thank you. Just for the notes.
Sure thing.
And that was north of the town, right?
Yeah, so the Chiantha River, it kind of runs a little bit further north before turning west and going straight to the Sword Coast. So the Sword Coast and the ocean that's out over there is to your west. So where you're currently walking towards.
Oh, like the Netherlands, like where I live.
Yeah. But right here, you're a few hundred miles inland from the coast. So this river is the direct access to get over there to the ocean.
Okay.
But yeah, so she starts walking you through. The guards let you through, no problem. They're not there to stop you, and they can see that Muckdoth is with you, and they nod and they smile as Muckdoth goes by, and they give her greetings.
I give a smile back.
All right. What are your thoughts as you're walking across the bridge? Oh, go ahead.
Can we talk to anybody?
Sure.
Are you talking about like the towers and what we're seeing?
Yeah. Just what you're seeing and what are your thoughts as you're getting across the bridge? You see these 2 large stone statues on either side that have spears at the ready, kind of flanking both sides of the bridge.
Pretty impressive. I like it.
And
It's beautiful.
you were saying you wanted to talk to someone?
Do
was
we
that?
want to? Do we want to, as a party, talk to anyone? Or are we just headed straight to the cathedral?
Oh no, we're gonna check on the gnomes, see
Yeah,
if they're what kind of trouble were they in?
they are missing someone.
Mm.
Yeah, let's go check it out.
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
we're good at finding things.
Hmm?
Okay. So
Mhm.
I'll just bring you guys
While we walk,
over.
I'll just
What's up, Ilya?
what I said. Well, while we're walking there, I'll just keep an eye around, like seeing what's happening in nature.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception. And what's your passive perception? I'll take whichever is higher.
My passive perception is 13,
Okay.
and my perception is +3. So, did it roll? Yes,
Okay.
I heard it. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so you're looking around as you're going across, and you can definitely smell a lot of the brine in the air from the water. It appears that even this far inland, the water coming in from the ocean is still very, very salty, getting in through here. And you're catching whiffs of dehydrated fish that are on drying racks a little bit to the north of the town. It seems like the wind is kind of blowing a little further south, and that's what you're able to pick up on as you're going through.
Not the most pleasant of odors.
Correct. Yes, not the most
Hmm.
pleasant. But as you're walking through, Mukdoth does she does point to the building up to your north and says, "Let me make sure the camera is moved over here." She does say, "Yeah, that building right up there is the inn." Um, where I've been staying. That's where Mayor Dendrix and her son Hal they live in there. Um, and then as you walk around the corner, you can be able to see there's a set of gnomes uh, that are sitting around, kind of talking with one another. One is currently working on fixing a wheel at the back of one wagon, um, while another seems to be kind of fidgeting with a tent. But they see you approach.
Was Hall still missing? Yes,
I'm sorry, could you
right?
repeat that?
The mayor's son.
Yes, Hal
Was
was the
Hall
mayor's son or
still
grandson.
missing? The mayor's son? Yes, right? Grandson. Oh, yeah.
Yep,
Oh,
he is
Okay.
still missing.
okay, but he was still missing, right?
Correct. Yeah, you haven't been able to find him yet. Um,
Showing up for work.
Mayor Dendrix originally thought that Hal would have been up with Master Fitchweather since he was Master Fitchweather's apprentice. The boys that you talked to over in the armory were saying that they were all out doing the camping together before coming back, and Mayor Dendrix was, or excuse me, and Master Fitchweather said maybe he's over at the inn with Mayor Dendrix.
But he was.
Okay.
That is what you know so
Mm,
far.
okay.
But yeah, one of the rock gnomes kind of turns and looks over at you and turns his head to the side and may I help you?
Hello, hello. I'm
Um,
I
Amara.
uh,
give him
hello.
a Sunni salute blessing.
He kind of bows down in greeting, nods his head to you.
Hmm.
Um, it, to what do I owe the pleasure of your company, good sirs and misses?
Mm, good. No, we were just on our way through and we heard that one of your like went missing. And well, to just be fair, we're good at finding things. And we thought maybe we could show up here and see if we can help you.
And also,
Uh,
boy from town is also missing, so we're wondering if it might be related.
I don't know what you're talking about. None of us are missing. We're all right here. Can't you see?
Hmm.
Hmm.
This is all of you?
Uh, yes, I am Bronar. I'm
I'm,
Bronar the Bold.
I'm just walking around and counting bedrolls in the tent flaps that I see open.
Ooh, go ahead and roll me an investigation.
I am trying to surmise if he is hiding anything.
Roll an insight.
I'm looking at Bronar, contemplating how tall he is compared to me. I'm feeling a little big.
All right. Sig, you can tell that he's being a little wary of. He seems like just strangers in general. He's wary of talking to strangers.
Oh,
Ilya,
okay.
you're able to count 5 bedrolls.
So one is missing. I'm not saying anything right away about that.
And Amara, he's about as tall as you.
I'm staring him straight in the eyes.
What was that, Ilya?
I'm not saying anything right away about the 5 bedrolls. I'm just waiting how my 2 more charming friends
I want
conversation.
to touch his face, but I'm hesitant.
Are you actively trying to touch his face?
No, I just have my hand up going next to him.
He takes
I'm
a
Amara.
step back.
I'm from the Feywild.
What did he say his name was?
Bronar the Bold.
Bronar.
Bronaur.
I've never heard of Bronar the Bold. Are you famous?
He kind of blushes a little bit. Famous? Not yet. No. Um, but you may have heard of our family. Um, we're from the Orson Mountains, so the Orson clan. Uh, have you
Oh,
do you know?
no, this is my first time outside of the Feywild. I have not met or experienced much. I mean, the Fey, we just one day don't exist and suddenly we're here.
That is very strange.
Do you have offspring like humans and elves? Is that the similar process?
Oh, we don't talk about those things and with people we don't know.
Oh, we had to talk about this, remember?
You told me how it works. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not polite to ask about it. Strange.
Of course, we don't talk about these things openly and
Oh,
with strangers.
okay. Well, thank you for your time. I really must go help my brother with this tent over here. Yeah.
Good,
Well, would you like a
Bronar.
read?
Before you take off, I just want to let you know that I am a priest of Sunni, and I can understand how you wouldn't want to, or you just may not trust strangers coming up, especially when dark times have been happening and things that are just kind of icky have been taking place. But I just want to ensure you that we have nothing but good intentions with our visit here.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Hey, oh, what did it go through?
Oh, yeah, it went through.
All right,
You got a 19.
nice.
Bronar kind of pauses for a second and looks around, and he nods at one of his brothers to come over, and his brother comes and stands beside. Well, if you truly are able to help, I suppose, you know, even though it is a family matter, we'd rather keep within the family our youngest brother, Timond the Fleet. He uh,
Mm,
he went off scouting up north, and well, he was supposed to come back. He's been out for about a 10-day. Uh, we
Who was that?
Our youngest brother, Timond the Fleet.
Oh,
DM, how do I spell that?
Timund. Timond.
in
UND.
the fleet.
So I'm Bronar the Bold.
So
This
he's
is
fast?
this is Glimwitch the Gold Seeker.
Oh.
And he nods his head. My two sisters back over there. You have Laurel the Silver Weaver and Tribble the Booksmith. And Tribble raises one hand and then goes back to work working on the wagon. And you see Laurel the Silver Weaver kind of sitting in a chair, fiddling with something in her hand.
Well, I'm a Mara and Air Fairy. I hand him a leaf. Well met.
Um, he reaches forward and he grabs the leaf and he opens up his mouth and like starts to chew on the leaf. Ugh. Thank you, but do you have anything rockier?
Oh,
And
I have
he,
not collected any rocks of late, but I will have to keep that in mind.
okay, well, yes. And to answer your question, yes, Timon was always very fast. That's why his name is Timon the Fleet. He uh, he has been working hard to try to prove himself very capable in our family. Um, and a lot of times he does the grunt work of scouting ahead for our party as we're traveling across this great land.
That makes sense. And you said he was north, about where specifically would you say?
Well, we were considering traveling upriver to Baldur's Gate because it's one of the larger districts that we might be able to offer our wares.
Hmm.
But we weren't sure how dangerous it would be. We've heard that the forests and everywhere have been, well, difficult to traverse as of late. So he went ahead while we camped down here outside of this city or town or whatever this is, this human establishment. And well, he was supposed to have been back a few days ago, but we haven't seen him.
Oh,
Hmm. I've been through Baldur's Gate, and in the past, the outskirts were normally protected by the Flaming Fist. If they're not doing that protection service right now,
what is
there
so
may be
special
something
about
going
this?
on.
What is
I
so
don't
special
know.
about this gate?
Baldur's Gate, you really haven't been around in these parts for a while. It's, your friend here might be able to describe it better, but it's
Hmm.
reportedly one of the grandest cities this side of this side of the spine of the world.
Quite
Oh,
Um,
grand.
Muckdoth does kind of uh, cough, laugh under her breath for a second, but kind of covers it up as kind of plays it off a little bit. He doesn't seem to notice.
mm. I had heard of a place called Waterdeep that's supposed to also be the grandest city in the world.
You get a pat on the back from Muckdoth, and or like one a little punch to the shoulders, like, yeah, there you go.
I look at the fairy and I'm like,
uh, you are a very strange bunch. Um, but you said that you might be able to help. What are you going to do? Are you going to pray to your goddess to return him, or what?
oh, we were just gonna go find him.
You would do that?
Why
Yeah.
wouldn't we?
They turn around and they talk for a moment. If you can do that, we do have a stipend we had been preparing to use with the local guard to see if they could send someone on their patrols, but if you were able to find him, then you could consider that bonus yours instead.
Would be
Let's
most
do it. Let's do it.
grateful. Would any of you like to come along? Or do you just want to point us in a direction?
When you ask if they want to come along, they take a step backwards. We, we've barely been able to make it here by traveling very quietly and slowly. We
Hmm.
avoid being seen. Um, we are not so good as to be able to fight, but we do have our own ways of hiding in plain sight. And you see the brother Glimwitch the Gold, or Glimwitch the Gold Seeker. He looks around and he sees a large boulder on the ground and he kind of sits on the boulder, and then you see him kind of sink into the boulder and kind of become one with the boulder, and you lose sight of where he is.
Oh, that's a handy skill.
Wow.
That's nice.
Yes, well, we have to survive somehow. The Duergar don't really like our kind.
That's so
Hmm.
much like how the earth fairies blend in with the trees.
Ah, eh, interesting. Uh, well, yes, if you're able to help, he went up north. If you go past where, you know where the cathedral is at the north part of town.
Hmm.
Well, if you continue on past the cathedral, you should be able to pick up his trail. Um, like I said, he has a few days head start on you, heading up north into the wildlands. But uh, if you can bring him back, or at least bring us news of where he is, so we might be able to go meet him, um, that would be very helpful for us.
So he's in
Hmm.
the wildlands, or at least we should be able to pick up his trail in the wildlands.
I imagine so. He's very fast, but I mean, we are not exactly known for uh, our trail making ways. I think it's probably going to be pretty easy to find his trail. What was
Of
that?
course he's fast. He's
Go
Timon
to
the
the
Fleet.
wildlands. Better than most cities.
Prob maybe. So
Okay, well, thank you, good Sir Bronar the Bold.
You should
And I look over at
head
the
north.
rock and Glimmich, the stone sinker.
uh, eh,
Gold sinker, gold
he's
seeker.
you hear from the rock, Gold Seeker.
Oh, Gold Seeker, of course.
Mm-hmm.
This little irritated rock gnome face comes like out of the rock and looks at you and kind of uh, not quite a glare, but something akin to that.
I
Uh,
wink at him.
don't mind him. He's been really worried about Temund. Temund is his favorite of all of us.
Of course. Of
Mm.
course.
Well, we'll do our utmost best, and it was wonderful to meet all of you. I had never seen a gnome before in my life, and it's great to be the same size as someone else
Uh,
in the world.
yes, I suppose so. Well, if you must go help, then, or if you're gonna help, then please hurry back.
Will do.
This, this is one of the most cheerful parties I think I've ever run with.
Wow.
Oh
Well,
yeah. Hey, it's better than the one of the parties I played where the rogue immediately died in the first level encounter because he wanted to take something off of a city councilman and got immediately destroyed by the guards. He went all
Hmm.
murder hobo on him
Fun. I once had a character die during character
oh, speaking
creation.
next,
and how did that happen?
he's literally
Um,
on the chair.
gosh, I was probably about 17, 18,
Hi,
and
Grayson.
hey, and we made our characters. It was just myself and one other character, and I don't know what that character was, but mine was a paladin, and that was during the days where it was second edition, so they had to be lawful good.
Ah,
And we rolled for magical items, and we got our magical items, and the person who was with me rolled a bag of devouring.
Oh, yep, I know.
Yeah. And he put something in the bag, and the bag pulled on his hand, and he
Yep.
yanked it out. And he was like, I don't know what just happened. And my lawful good paladin was like, well, you should let me look. If it's something bad, I should check it out. And yep, I failed the saves and got eaten by a bag of devouring.
That's
And that's
perfect.
how our half-orc friend got her hand.
What's that?
I said, and that's how our half-orc friend got her hand.
Yeah, yeah,
Like in a bag
could have
of.
been.
We
I
almost lost our wizard in the D&D, the dungeon, the Descent into Avernus campaign I was running
Hmm.
from a bag of devouring that he
Mm.
reached his hand into. It's this 8 strength wizard
Yeah,
that
yeah.
he was like level 13 or something like that. I mean, it was he had been going with this wizard for about 2 years
Oh wow.
and almost lost him, but was able to miraculously roll a nat 20 on the strength save, which you don't, you know, I wasn't going to penalize him. Like I was like, okay, yeah, no, you're able to successfully pull yourself part way out, and the rest of the party dragged him the rest of the way.
Oh gosh.
Because he got sucked into it initially. He failed the first save, and then it was the second save that he was able to get out on it.
Gotcha. Yeah, this was back in the days of like unforgiving toxic DMing.
Yeah, I wasn't about to really screw him over, but if you start playing with magical items that you don't know what it is, there's always an inherent risk.
Absolutely.
And yeah, so you sleep in the bed you make sometimes.
Yep. Uh,
But
100%.
I
Okay.
digress. Yep. So
So,
they turn around and start going back to mending their tents and stuff like that.
okay. I look at everybody. Shall we move north?
yeah, let's
Yes.
go.
Hmm.
All
Or
right.
let's find first and then the wildlands.
What'd you say?
The cathedral shrine, what was it?
Yep. Yeah, the shrine to Suni. So
Hmm.
yeah, Mukdoth continues to take you around a little further north. She takes you off to the back over to the bridge for a second, and you hang up to the north side of town as you start to walk up. And let me make sure that let's go ahead and put
Okay.
everyone
Yep.
down here. All right, and let me put her back on the map as well.
You won't believe it, but Grayson is falling asleep on the chair.
Aw,
Wow! How does a 80-pound dog
how sweet.
on a chair?
That's funny.
Look,
All
he's
right.
falling asleep.
What a goose.
Don't ask me how.
So the early morning air is very crisp, and you start to actually get a smell of rain on the wind. You can hear
Mm.
some thunder starting off in the background as some clouds begin to cover over the sky. And in this slightly overcast morning, um, you see the cobblestones ahead of you kind of begin to be a little bit more broken up. You see more and more sets of grass and of weeds sticking up between the stones, as the trees up in this area seem to be uh, less kept up than they were closer towards the center of town and the orchard itself.
But they are still growing. It's not like the orchard that everything's dead.
Go ahead and roll a perception or an investigation if you're going to physically take a look at the trees.
I'm just enjoying the smells. Mm.
All right.
I'm looking at everything.
So with your perception of 13, you can be able to tell that the leaves in this area have started falling down to the ground. The branches are showing a little bit more bareness on them. You don't see the signs of any kind of mold or fungus kind of growing on the trees like you had in the infested orchard. or the blighted orchard, I should say.
So this area is less organized looking.
Light.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you should have full control over your people, so you're wanting to walk a little bit closer up towards the center of town, or the center of or they excuse me, not the center, the entrance to this cathedral.
Can I only see head
Mhm.
from that, or is it just
I mean, you can be able
I see a lot
to.
of white? Like you scroll up.
How about that?
Yeah.
Is that better? Does that recenter you for you?
Wait. Okay, I see the cathedral.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I suddenly saw a cathedral. I hadn't seen it yet.
Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
I'm walking around, yeah, looking at the trees, but not just the trees, looking at the soil, the whatever animals I see nearby.
Okay.
Are there animals nearby?
You do see a few deer kind of scampering off into the distance, and you could be able to tell that there's signs that there have been bears in the area. You would very easily be able to notice their scratch marks on the trunks, in this whole wooded area. You would have seen black bears in this place before,
Yeah.
like around this section of the world. You would have seen that easily.
So the
I just
animal
kind
is
of walk up, not paying super attention.
Okay. Well, as you're getting closer, you can be able to see these large stained glass windows that um, have been inset into the front of this area. There appears to be a set of doors on either side and a fountain in the middle. Um, the fountain waters seem really stagnant as you get up a little bit closer, and you can be able to see that there's like a thin film of algae that has built up on it and all around it.
Mm. So it's not being upkept.
Go ahead and roll an insight.
Okay.
Um. hmm.
Bam.
You
wow. You're
would
rolling
be
good.
able to tell that not only have the grounds around this area not been upkept, but you can actually see that the doors themselves, the hinges on the outside of them appear to have rust on them, as if they haven't been opened or closed in quite some time, that the doors have just been kind of left open to the elements.
Mm.
You would also be able to tell that there is a grave site to the west or to the east side of the cathedral, um, that
Grave to the east.
yeah, there's a grave to the
Okay.
east. I'm going to move you guys all up a
East
little
of
bit
the
closer.
cathedral.
Mhm.
I think
So.
4 rows.
Mm.
What's a bit left of the fountain? Is that a campfire?
So you look to the left of the
Left?
fountain, deeper within the trees, and you see a stump of a tree that had been cut down. And on top of the stump, you actually see various mushrooms growing up out of it. But that's
Um,
about all you can tell from how far away you are.
I'll walk over to the graveyard
Okay.
and just kind of take a look, see if there's anything that looks familiar.
Go
Well,
ahead
I
and
asked
roll.
Sig, like, is it normal? Aren't they normally like a bit better tended? What was that?
My phone
do you
notification. Sorry.
It's
this
all
is
good.
this a temple to your god, right, Sig?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, aren't they normally a bit better kept?
Yeah, we do like to keep things pretty, and this is not pretty.
Yeah.
I'd
And
like
as
to
go ahead.
investigate if I notice anything unnatural or definitely out of the ordinary from what I understand.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a an investigation since you're looking and you're checking to see if there's things that are different from like
Is that
Wow.
what you would want from me as well?
yes, please. All right. Yeah.
Oh,
Great rolls all around.
I
Um,
awesome. Awesome rule.
so
I got
Amara,
tears in my eyes a little bit, kind of
yeah.
blurring my vision.
I
um,
don't know what I'm rolling, but I'm checking with.
sounds good. Yeah. So Amara, I'll talk to yours first. I think that your time in the Fae is really valuable that you're bringing to here, but this is so far out of your norm that you don't know like what would be normal for the doors being open to a cathedral and things like that. I don't think it's really within your realm of
Mm,
fully grasping right now. Sig, you would be able to see that the graves look like they've been dug in an orderly area. The ground appears to be pretty dry, but you don't really spot anything out of the normal from where you are. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
Ilya, you're what would you be looking at in this case? Are you looking at the nature around you, or are you looking at the cathedral itself?
Cathedral now.
You said the cathedral?
Yeah.
So the cathedral, what you can be able to tell is that it appears to be a really old structure, very well made, made out of the same type of stone that the bridge was made out of. So, um, kind of looking at this, you would be able to guess that the shrine or the way shrine here, this temple to Suni here, was probably built at the same time as that bridge was built. Maybe suggesting that this town kind of came up after the way shrine was already here. Um, you can also be able to tell that there's a few wooden add-ons that seem to have been put up over the years, including a shed in the back.
I'm going to inspect those first before I go into the cathedral.
Okay. So you see a wooden, like a deck of sorts on the left-hand side, and then you see behind the graves where Zig is walking, there's a shed of sorts and like a lean-to over there on the back side. Which direction would you like to go?
I don't take walking, but oh wait, there, yeah.
Are you able to
Okay.
move, Ilias? I know we ran into problems earlier.
Only my Zoom keeps lagging whenever I do anything in Roll20, so bear with me.
There you go. No worries.
I moved.
Awesome. Yeah. So you go over to there, and you're taking a look at all of the stuff that was built up over there. While she's doing that, you know, our friend Mukdoth starts walking around a little bit and checking out some of the trees and looking into the water in the fountain in the middle. Um, also kind of scouting around, trying to see what she can be able to see. She does like dip a finger into the water and licks it and kind of grimaces a little bit. Um, while you're looking over there at the wood and trying to get a feel for what's over there, Zig, what are you wanting to do?
Um, after after I'm done, like kind of looking into the graveyard and such, just yeah, trying to find a reasonable way to enter.
To enter the cathedral?
Yeah.
So you can be able to see when you walk back up to the front that the doors on either side are ajar. They just look like the hinges have not been taken care of in quite some time. It appears that they've not been oiled, they've not been cleaned. But you can be
Okay.
able to look into the sanctuary from where you are. And from where you are, you could be able to see a few set of stone pillars that are going up really high into the ceiling, about 30 feet overhead, with a set of benches on that side, and then another door that's opened up into a side room.
Okay. I'll walk up to the door and I'll put my ear near it and try to listen for anything inside.
All right, you um, go ahead and roll a perception to see if you can detect anything going on. Ilya, while you're looking around at the wooden area, you kind of stick your head around the side and you realize that this is a very large wooden addition that's put on this side of the building. You don't see any particular entrances or windows on the outside of this wall. But it doesn't, it appears that it is a much newer side structure than the temple itself. It appears to be made of the same type of material as the houses in the village. Amara, while they're doing this, what are you doing now that you started to get more acclimated to this area?
I would like to fly above and around the cathedral to see if I see anything more out of the ordinary.
Sure, you
What
can.
I, yeah.
Yeah, you can totally do that. You're wanting to fly up high, and
Hmm.
all right,
Yeah.
yeah, you fly up to the northern part, or excuse me, my brain associates north with top. The top part of the structure, you get a pretty good view. You can be able to see the bank of the Chantha River actually continues up north and heading east over here. It appears that you're near a section of the river where it splits off, um, where it kind of runs east-west above you. And you can be able to see from up here that as you're flying around, when you get to the back side of the building, you can actually be able to see. I'll put you over here for a second, and let's go ahead and center align this picture.
I'm gonna close some windows because I'm mosquitoes.
All right. Ilya is running away for just a quick second. So, Amara, when you fly over, you can be able to see not just the bank, but there appears to be a large half dome, or excuse me, semi-cylindrical wall of windows and stone pillars in the back. These are some gorgeous stained glass windows that you can be able to see from the outside. And you can just kind of make out what looks like a statue of sorts on some sort of platform, in the main area on the inside of the cathedral. Uh, but the stained glass windows are a little too dark for you to be able to see, especially with the storm that is rapidly approaching. Um, you do hear a crack of thunder as a lightning strike goes off in the distance, um, and kind of shakes the area around you.
Okay. Um,
Killed mosquitoes count because I already killed 3 here.
Nice.
yeah.
So Ilya, I don't know if you heard that part, but when Amaro flew to the back, do what?
I heard everything.
Okay, cool.
Um, okay, then I think I will go inside the cathedral.
Okay, so you can come back around to the front where Zig is. And
Hmm?
Zig, I apologize. What was it that you were doing when you were taking?
I was listening.
You
I
were
was
listening.
before entering.
Yep. So with a
Um,
21
I'll
on
follow.
listening,
I'll follow.
you don't hear anything except for the creak of the doors, as even though they're these massively heavy doors, the wind is picking up from the storm that's coming in.
okay.
That's the only thing that you hear.
Okay. I'll try to open the door a little more and enter.
All right. Yeah. It's the door creaks very loudly as it opens up. I mean, these hinges have not been worked very often. Um, but it's easy enough for you to be able to get inside.
Okay. I figured I would have to open them up a little more to fit in.
Yep, you do. You're able to open it up wide enough to where, you can just turn your body to the
Um,
side and get through.
Okay.
for now, I'm just staying like in the entrance, but
Okay.
inside, but not farther than the door. Just keeping an eye outside as well as inside.
Okay. Muckdoth will stand over here beside you as well and kind of look around just to make sure that everything is going all right. Oh,
Okay.
I meant to turn this on too. Sorry,
There.
I had a setting that I meant to turn on as far as the dynamic lighting goes. Turn on Explorer mode. I was trying to leave on the Explorer mode so you could be able to
I'm trying
not have a
to
completely
move
black
my
screen.
token to where I
Okay.
Let me put Amara back outside for a quick
mean, but
second
this
to
is fine.
refresh this. And Ilya was over on this side, so that's refreshed as well. And put her
Yeah,
back in.
can you move up one pin? It's
Okay.
not working for me.
The I gotta use the restroom quick. I'll be right back.
Okay, yeah, we can take a quick little moment.
Sure. Run a commercial.
We're gonna take a little commercial break. All right, if she's gonna use the restroom, I'll run and do
Commercial
that
break.
too. Let's
Cool.
run the commercials for just 1 second.
You bet.
Every time anything, it's all 20, my Zoom starts lagging and it's like now still trying to catch up from my last
Oh
move.
no.
And I didn't even manage to move to where I wanted to move. Dat horen mij wel, maar ik hun nog niet. Hey, is dat zitten? Oeh, is dat zitten? Laat je even slapen op je stoel. Het is een mooi. Ja. Ja? Dat gewoon helemaal finaal vast. Ik heb hem niet, want ik wilde daar staan. And I'm speaking Dutch on screen. So, are you going to sleep?
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, I'm back.
Can someone move my token like one tile northwards?
Sure, I got it. Oh, I moved Muckdoth. Let me move.
Because every time I try it, like everything starts lagging. Better if I just don't try.
I got you. No worries.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you are now inside the entrance. Muckdoth offers to stay outside if you need, or if you need her inside, she can do that too. But she offers to keep an eye out.
God, I just want to stand inside. So really in the door opening.
Sure.
Yeah, where I'm standing now. Thank you.
Sure thing. She'll come in and she'll stand in that doorway as well.
With the storm coming, you'd probably want to.
True. Zig, are you there, or are you also stepping out for a second?
I don't like this place. Sorry, Sig.
Sorry, I was out of range for a second.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking around. I'm looking for evidence as to why this beautiful building had been abandoned.
All right. Yeah, so you're on the inside now, and you can be able to see that on both sides of the room you have these large pillars of stone that go all the way up to this 30-foot cathedral overhead. The
Hmm.
pillars have engraved on them various symbols of Sunni. You've got the roses that kind of twist around all of it. So you've got this like vine-like um, engraving on all of the stones going up. Um, at the front of the building, or I should say the front of where you're looking, you've got what looks to be like a statue that's kind of cloudy gray. It's
Okay.
more glass-like or crystalline than it is stone, and it's humanoid size, and it's kind of up there at the front end, or the back of the building by where the half dome or the half cylinder wall of stained glass windows are. The stained glass windows depict all sorts of images of Suni herself in some gorgeous splendor. Several of the pictures are showing her in radiant acts of beauty and embracing the wonderful love that surrounds her followers, or the loving nature that surrounds her followers. So you can see all sorts of things like that. You also see a door to the left-hand side that is also ajar, and what looks to be like a font of sorts on the right-hand side of the building. So what do you want to
Okay.
do?
So the right hand side had the font and the left hand side had what?
Has a door. So there's a door
Okay.
on the left that looks ajar that goes to another room, and then there's a font on the right, and then there's
I
the statue at the end.
am so familiar with human religion. So I'm asking Sig, like, tell me about your God. What kind of God is to me?
Oh, we don't have the time right now, but I will happily tell you all that you want to know about the beautiful Mistress Suni. Um,
Well, tell me.
It probably has to do with making babies.
part of it.
Okay.
Embracing the loving nature that sometimes results in babies being created.
Okay.
Hmm. Absolutely. It's not the
That
only
sounds
way
fascinating. Fascinating.
babies are made, but it is the best way that babies are made.
Yeah, some of us appear out of nothing.
Mhm.
Little do you know, rock gnomes just bud off and then they grow up. No.
Just they're small little stones that turn to larger stones and
They
they
just
start
torment.
growing legs and feet and
If the DM says it, that makes it canon, right?
yep, that's real.
Yes, yes.
Sure.
But you hear a large peal of thunder off in the background as the storm does seem to be approaching pretty quickly.
Yep.
Hmm.
I would check out the door to the left.
Okay. So you can go on over there. What are
Yep.
the rest of you doing while Zig's going over there to take a look at the door?
I want a closer look at the statue that I saw from outside. What is it?
You're gonna fly over to the statue.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah. You're just going right up to it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you get a little bit closer to the statue, and you start to realize that it has um, some very distinct features about it. It looks almost as if it's of a adolescent male. Um, it's difficult to be able to tell specific coloration details on it because everything seems to be made out of this gray glassy material. But you do notice that the what would be the skin of this statue appears to have like all sorts of tattoos written all the way up and down the arms, down the legs, on the face. Um, the statue is very tall for this adolescent, kind of lanky. Um, the hair on the statue is also pretty kind of moppish. That's about the only way to really describe it.
Okay. Um, I'm gonna examine the tattoos. Hey, Ilya, the statue has really strange markings on them.
Okay, I'll walk over to her. And well, you can move my token. I'm not gonna try.
Sure.
But yeah, those are tattoos. Those are inked into the skin.
What?
They are inked into the skin. Like they use a needle to get the skin, the ink under the skin and make pictures like that.
So someone pokes ink into someone's skin on purpose.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't. But they do it for decoration, or maybe, I don't know, Sikh, is there religious meaning to these tattoos? I don't know where Sikh is, to my left.
Sorry, I was just checking out something. I wanted to make sure I had it correct.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So I'm asking Sikh, I've explained to Mara what tattoos are, but I'm asking Sikh, like, is there any religious meaning to these tattoos?
So Sig, are you able to move your character on roll 20?
Hmm.
Okay. I just wanted to see where you were. And you said that,
Oh, that's not me. That's Monk Monk.
yeah,
This is me.
and I'm
So I was
putting
going over
Ilya
here.
up there by Amara
Amara.
as well. All right. You guys should be able to see a little bit better in there right now. So Sig, you were taking a look inside of the room as Amara and Ilya were going up towards the statue. I'll talk with, let's see. So Sig, first thing that you begin to notice inside of there is there's a writing desk that is against the wall. It appears to have a fine layer of dust covered over it, and there's a wash basin to your left and what looks to be like a small chest on the right beside another door that leads to the north. So
Okay.
this is a
Yep.
door to the north that is closed.
I check out the chest.
The chest appears to have a lock on it.
Hmm.
Any of us have locksmith tools? No, right?
I sure don't. I look at the
What do I
desk
have? Tinderbox torch.
and check to see if there's a key.
Go ahead and roll an investigation. And while I'm doing that,
Oh,
I'm
crap.
pulling up something on here.
I have nothing that can be used to pick a lock.
Why can't I find this?
I have some tools. No, maybe not.
Nope. Nope.
You find a few different dried bottles of ink sitting on the desk beside the parchment and some quills that were left there in a stand as well. That's about all you can see.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hmm.
Hmm. Um, I try to pick up the chest, see how heavy it is.
Yeah, you go to lift the chest and go ahead and roll a strength check. Roll like an athletics.
Okay. Athletics. Mm.
You're able to get a good purchase on the chest, and you can get both hands on it and kind of muscle it up, and you can stand there with the chest. You don't think that you would be able to move very fast while holding the chest, but you can definitely hold it. You can lift it up.
Okay. I like tilt it back and forth to see if I can get an idea of what's inside it. A little kid
You
shaking the present under the tree.
little kid shaking the present under the tree. You do hear a few things kind of rolling around on the inside of it. You hear a glass, something that kind of sounds like breaking.
Uh-oh. I put it down like that never happened.
All right. You put the chest back down.
Big doofy paladin.
Is it disrespectful to use your sword to break the lock? It's your temple, so I'm not going to do it. But
Disrespectful. I mean,
it is
no.
here as if it's been abandoned. So I would say maybe there's a clue in there, or maybe something.
I don't think it's disrespectful.
You're welcome to attack it if you wish.
Yeah, I only have a short sword. That's not much leverage. Do I? Or do I have a, yeah, only a short sword, right?
You've got a few different weapons.
Yeah, I've got a dagger. That's not much use. I have a short bow and a quarterstaff. So nothing that's really leveraged to break a lock.
Sure. Are you going to attack it or?
Or maybe Sig has a big sword. Maybe that works better than my small short sword.
No, my sword would not work for this.
I don't have a sword or anything, but
A hammer would be good, or a mace.
I might have some tools.
I feel like one of you got like a survivor, like a kit, like an adventurer's kit.
I have.
Yeah.
Maybe. I have to look.
Kit. It's not very useful.
Which kit do you have?
Herbalism.
Oh, herbalism. Yeah. You could sprinkle some herbs on it. I don't know if it's gonna.
Yeah, maybe there's a needle for sewing.
Oh, I had artificer kit, but I don't know what's in it.
I think the artificer
I have
kit.
a shovel and an iron pot.
Does it have a hammer in the artificer kit?
I think there is. I think there is like a hammer. There's tongs.
I'm only now noticing you added my medallion. Thank
Yeah.
you. Oh, now see that.
You know what we can do is I can take my shovel and put it on the lock, and then someone might be able to hold it there, and then I could hit the shovel with my iron pan.
I love it. If that's what you want to do.
That's the best I can come up with a 10 intelligence.
I mean, I have a little hammer in my kit, and an anvil, and some tongs.
A hammer would be better.
Okay.
So, Mara, you're going to fly over there to where Zig is for a second?
Mm-hmm. And give him a hammer.
All right. So, I guess, Zig, you're going to try to swing the hammer, and Amara's going to hold the shovel still?
Do the size proportions make sense?
She's about as tall as the shovel.
Well, her holding it would work, but
Yeah.
like the hammer to shovel end.
Yeah, I mean it's not just like a little hammer for like for a kid. It looks like it's one that could be used by an armorer. Maybe not a full-on like blacksmithing hammer, but something for doing small adjustments.
Okay.
You might be able to get a good hand behind it.
I'll give it a shot.
All right, go ahead and roll an unarmed strike at advantage because Amara is helping.
Okay, let's see here. Unarmed strike.
All right, yeah. With that, you're able to essentially pop the lock on it. You break through the iron lock that was on the outside of the chest, and it feels like it's good to open up.
Okay, I'll give it an open.
All right, you look inside it and you can be able to see that there were these different scrolls that were in there that now are covered in black ink from
Oh.
some broken jars of ink that were in there. You don't know how the
Hmm.
jars of ink could have been broken,
Hmm.
um, but the papers do appear to have ink all over them.
Hmm.
That went fast.
Um,
Oh.
you do
Does
see underneath it there is a like a satchel as well.
Hmm.
does anybody have any kind of means to maybe clean this up?
Hmm.
Hmm. I am not sure if I can do anything like that.
I've seen some clerics kind of do some things where they can just do a little something something and
They,
things just kind of
they can kind of
Wait,
mend.
right themselves. Yeah. Yeah, they
yeah,
kind of mend up and clean up.
That's great for a cleric, but I'm not one.
yeah. Am I allowed to change the prepared spells? No, right? It's once a day.
I mean, I put it this way, you have the opportunity to use your spells that you have prepared from what you did on that night. Seeing as you haven't done any of those spells yet, if you want to, go ahead and switch it up right now, I'm fine with making that adjustment.
Would mending work?
You could try mending, yes.
And then I'm gonna change my shalalala.
La 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 la
Lele.
la.
I will continue to call it shalalala
Shalalala.
after
Queen
that.
Shillelagh.
So I'm gonna mend the papers.
Okay.
It's a cantrip, so it's not
Yeah. So you start to work with your ability. You're cleaning it off 1 foot at a time, kind of working through and organizing that stuff. Talking about leaking wineskin. Yeah, breaker tears and larger. Um, so yeah, you go through the process of cleaning it all up. Uh, your magic's able to get the ink before it really truly gets into the documents themselves. You are able to see that there is a um, the satchel that was underneath it as part of your mending. You can see that there's a like a book inside it. Feels like it's a large, heavy book within this leather satchel. You're able to pick up the different scrolls that are in there and you start looking through it. And the first few seem to just be different poems and odes that have been written to Suni's beauty and to her grace. As you start looking down through the stack of them, you do start to see there's another scroll in there that is, it seems to have some sort of incantation-like writing on it. You're not sure what it is, but you do see that that particular scroll looks like it has some sort of a spell written on it. Um,
or friend. She was a fighter, or what was her class?
so through your conversation with Mukdoth, you would have discovered that she really took to some artificer type roles. She seems to have created her arm herself.
So why didn't she open the
Hmm.
chest, by the way? But never mind. Um, uh,
She's outside. She's outside by the door looking out at the storm
yeah,
coming in.
right. Someone should have asked her. I didn't know she was an artificer, but okay. Um, so she won't know what the how do you say it? Spells,
Hmm.
incantations.
You would be able to assume that she would have some understanding of the arcane.
Then I'll show the papers to her.
Okay, sweet. Yeah, so she goes over there and she takes a look at the different papers that are in there. She says, oh, she does recognize the script for this. It's a scroll of lesser restoration.
Oh, nice.
And as you start looking through, you can be able to find the book itself, and you open it up, and it is a a spell book of sorts. It looks like it's a wizard's spell book that has a few different spells inside it.
I say we take it, even though we aren't wizards.
Well, it would make sense if I were to hold on to this because it is the property of
I'm fine with you
the
carrying it.
priests of Sunni, and we should probably bring it back to the.
Well, while we're on this quest, we have to come back here anyways when we go back to the gnome camp. So
We'll have to bring it back to the bed.
there's a lot of dust here, so I don't think whoever owns it will be coming back soon. Might he be another person missing? Like we have Hal, we have the Timon. Might the priest be a third missing person?
Could be. It's worth looking into.
Hmm?
Yeah,
yeah.
gatherings where a bunch of followers of Sunni get together. We call those beds because it's kind of like a bed of flowers. It's not just one, it's
Oh.
many. It could have some other meanings, but we like to think about the flowers.
Nice.
Flowers are wonderful.
Yes,
Mhm.
we tend to gather in beds.
Is the door open? The door to the north?
The door to the north is not open.
It's locked?
You go over to the handle, and if you juggle it for a second, you do see that that handle is also locked.
Mm.
We have an advisor. The Mukdaf. I can't pronounce
Yeah, Mukdoth.
this man. Hey, Orc, come here.
Macduff. She
Uh,
has a name.
she hears you say, "Hey, orc, come here," and she sticks her head into the room and she says, "Are you really serious?"
Uh-oh.
You wanna think of another way to say that?
Come in here.
Macduff.
Yes, Amara.
Oh, elves.
Do you possibly have a way you might open this door? It's locked, and I'm certainly not big enough, and I don't have.
Yeah, wait a second, we're
tools.
talking because my Zoom is lagging again. I'm not getting any of this.
Oh,
There we go. She does come in and she says, "Yes, I can help. Thank you for asking so nicely." And she presses a few buttons on her arm, and you see like a little lockpick set, both the key and the pick itself, and then the twisting part of it pop out of her first two fingers. Um,
that is
Zigcast improves Zoom.
amazing.
I love it.
I'm trying to learn to be an artificer eventually, and that's just amazing, Macduff.
Oh, well, I might be able to help you out with this.
Oh, I would love that.
So she starts playing around with it, trying to get it to work. And let's see, that would be let me make sure I had it on this. I'm not the best at this, but let me see what I can be able to do. And I'm going to add, and then add her proficiency. All right, and that is enough. Yeah, she's able to pop the lock on the inside of the door, and she says, "Well, it's all yours to be able to open up."
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
And let me go.
That's appreciated.
She moves to the side, so you can be able to see inside it. Where is everyone? Are you in the room?
I've been right next to the door.
Okay. I'm in the door opening from the main hall of the cathedral to the small desk area, office area.
Okay, so you're over here. Amara, are you still over there by the statue?
No, I had moved to help with
Okay.
the
Oh, that's right.
trunk.
You were the
Yeah.
trunk. So
Mhm.
everyone's in this room then.
Yep.
No, I'm one door back. I'm the door between the main chapel and the small room.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, you're like over by the stone pillar.
Back there, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. I'd step through,
Okay.
give it a look.
So what when you open up this door, the first thing that you notice is the room is very stale. There's almost a scent of dryness, of dustiness that just permeates everywhere in this room. You see a fireplace up at the far wall that looks to be very very dirty, very ashy. It doesn't look like it
Mm,
has been used in quite some time. There's a significant chill to the room itself.
okay.
Um, but that's what you can be able to see from there. As you go in a little bit further into the room, you see there's a writing table to your right with like a wash stand over in the back of it, and then you see a bed to your left, and on that bed you happen to see a robed skeleton.
Skeleton. So an old bed.
I go over and kind of give it a closer look.
You look at this particular skeleton and go ahead and roll an investigation.
Oh man.
It's not initiative yet.
Hmm.
Yep. So with the 17, you can be able to tell that it appears the skeleton's robes are that of a priest of Sunni. You can be able to see that the uh, the robes have a tear in the middle of it where it would be right over where the heart is. And by looking at the skeleton right there, you can be able to see the uh, the ribs have kind of been caved in on that particular part, almost like it
Wait,
was
wait a second. What was in the coffin in the under the tree?
the coffin
Broken.
under the tree. There was
There wasn't a heart, right?
there wasn't a heart. There was
Yeah, the
the stone
tablet,
tablet.
raven, and
There was the dead child that had the fungus, and then there
Mhm.
was the raven
Yeah.
with the broken
yeah,
beak
the tablet
and
too.
clipped wings.
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't a heart. Okay. Um. Yeah, I'm standing outside, so I'm not seeing you.
Yeah, you're not seeing that. Um, but yeah, you take a look at this particular skeleton, and one second. Da-da-ba-da-bump.
Can I see that?
Let me see if that shows up on here. Um, does a 23 hit your AC, Zig?
Yeah.
You feel a sting in the back of your neck.
Oh,
Um, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw
okay. I would probably like kind of slap the back of my neck, like
in reflex.
as if it were like an insect.
Sure.
Oh, there we go. Not bad.
All right, yeah. You shrug off this feeling of poison kind of starting to seep in, and you don't seem to take the effects of the poison, but you do take 4 piercing damage. As you go to slap the back behind you, thinking there is an insect there, your hand actually feels the tail of this imp that has suddenly become visible after dropping its invisibility beside you,
Oh,
as
I
it
would grab it
has.
and throw it on the floor.
Sounds good. That seems like we are going to be entering into initiative. So
Okay.
allow me to make sure that these guys are out there on the field.
Initiative.
I would think that would be kind of like what he would instinctually do.
Yes. All right,
Oh
so
God, my rolls succeeded.
I can't see mine.
make sure that that's off of
I
there.
had 10.
Some days you roll the dice,
You rolled
some
a
days
10.
the dice roll you.
I have a 10 also.
Awesome.
Yeah, I
So
said you rolled a 10.
I was gonna say, Ilya, you've got a 10. Here, let me go ahead and remove and just re-add both of you to the
I
order.
had a 10. Let's see mine. How
Add
do you sit
turns.
on my chair, boy? Oh,
So you had a 10, and Ilya also had a 10. Temporarily, let me move those guys out. There, move that out. I'm just putting him over here so as a turn tracker. Okay, there we go.
so glad I'm at a distance.
All right, and let me make sure that they are rolled. Um,
35.
all right.
I would probably yell out too,
Yes,
Forrest Gump style. Ow! Something bit me.
That's perfect. All right, and then just to make sure Mukdoth's initiative's
You
on
did
there.
wrong for me. Listen. I had a 7, not
You
10.
you said you had a 7? Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and sort.
I mean, I don't mind 10, but
I understand. All right. So Mukdoth, hearing your scream, ends up running into the room. She comes up to
why is it
here.
that I always roll low?
That's a great question. She comes running in, and you see her kind of ready her fist a little bit. You see, or you hear like a whirring sound, and you see her hands kind of close up into a more uh, powered up fist.
Oh shit.
Um, Let me make sure. Sorry, I'm running multiple windows open right now. All right, yep. So she gets that. Okay, cool. Um, as she's coming running into the room, you hear her also say "ow" as she runs past another little imp that appears out of the air beside her, that she had run past as the door as she enter the room. But she continues on forward to get right up beside where Zig is, and she takes a swing with her fist, her guardian armor powered thunder fist, and punches into the side of this imp and does.
Oof.
Yeah, a 22 definitely hits, and you hear an echoing thud of thunder that shakes this small room as her fist impacts and does some thunder damage to this imp right here.
Nice.
The imp was not a big fan of that. Um, the imp is going to attempt to, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't like what it just did right there. So the imp is going to, the imp is going to go invisible. So you can't see that imp anymore.
Which one is
That's
the one with Sig?
The one
one
with
we can't
Zig,
see there.
the one that
Oh,
you,
the one that
the
bit me.
the one that bit you. So here I'm going to go ahead and make this a little bit easier. Let's go ahead and make this. Um, oh, come on, computer. Typically, I already have this set up, but I was not sure which direction you guys were going to go. All right, so he's going to be the red imp.
Better than my laptop, so.
Okay.
He's going to be the blue imp. So you see those little indicators beside them.
Yeah, I see them.
So red is going to go invisible. So You no longer see where he is. Um,
Okay.
and that is going to be his turn. So Zig, it is your turn, good sir. You've just
I
been stung by this imp.
I probably would not realize it's an imp. I think that I would just throw my hand back there and slap, and then if I don't feel anything, I would like reach for it and try to grab,
Okay. They're gonna try to
and
grapple it and
then chuck it onto the ground
okay.
as hard as I could.
Okay. I like it. Go ahead and make a let's see, go ahead and make an unarmed attack as if you're trying to grapple
Okay.
where it was. And since you don't see it, you're gonna have to do it at disadvantage because it's kind of a blind throw.
Oh, okay.
All right, so since the 5 is the first
Well, it went
one,
twice. So,
yeah, so
yeah,
there it is.
that worked.
You try to be able to grab him, but I guess you're still a little off balance from it, and you trip and you fall prone.
Okay.
So you do not successfully grab onto anything, and you are currently laying there prone on the ground. You still have all your
Mm,
movement though,
okay.
so if you want
Um,
to stand up, it's half your movement.
yeah, I will stand up.
Okay.
And then, without moving anywhere, I'll just like try to position myself, trying to see what it was that just stung me and had me lose my balance.
Sounds good. Yeah, you can look around and you can see that there is an identical one of those creatures that's over by the writing desk. Apparently, it's chilling out over there after having revealed itself against Mukdoth when it ran
And it
through.
looks like a little devil.
It looks like a little devil. For those of you who haven't seen it before, it looks like this red-skinned, leathery little devil. It's smaller than Amara, but it has this wicked barbed tail. Um, and it
Almost like
I
a
always
scorpion.
hear
kind of
them
like a
as
scorpion.
the imps. Does any play RuneScape, the imps?
Yes.
That's what I see when I hear imp.
So
Cool.
let's zoom in a little bit on here so we can see a little bit more of the cathedral battle going on. All right. Yep. So that is basically what you see right in there. Anything else on your turn?
Um, I don't think so. I'll draw my sword.
Okay.
Um, Justin,
Yes.
is it intended that I see another imp like at the bottom right of the screen?
I put it over there just as a turn tracker.
Okay, okay. I was thinking like I'm in the door, I'm gonna go get that one, but no,
Yeah,
it's
no,
not real.
that's just the DM putting it onto the side. Typically, I like to have it where it's easier because if you delete items off of the map, it removes
No,
it
I
from
get
the
it,
turn
I get
tracker.
it, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's Amara's turn first.
It is Amara's turn. Now that Zig has looked around, he has attempted to grapple it, fell to the ground, stood back up, brushed himself off, only slightly chagrined. What are you doing?
I pop into small form and fly into the room. What is going on in here?
Nice. Yeah, as you pop in, you see that Mukdoth has run over, and she's also nursing her own little wound that came through. Um, but yeah, she seems to be doing all right as far as that goes. And then you see Zig kind of looking around frantically, and you see right in front of you a devilish little creature with a wicked tail, kind of staring at you, hissing.
Is he in the air?
He is in the air.
Oh, what are you?
All you hear back is I don't anticipate that you speak Infernal, do you?
No, I speak Sylvan,
Okay. So yes, that's all that you would hear.
but I respond in Sylvan. I didn't understand a word.
It hisses back at you.
I okay. I'm gonna toss a leaf at it.
You're gonna toss a leaf at it.
I'm Amara. I don't know what you are. I'm Amara.
Let's roll with this. What would you be doing? Are you being like friendly to it?
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on.
Roll some sort of a persuasion.
Okay. Um,
I love her character.
As you throw the leaf to it and it spears it out of the air with its tail.
Ouch.
ooh.
But doesn't say it doesn't do anything else. Uh,
Oh.
Mukdoth turns and looks at you and says, "Prepare to defend yourself."
Oh, it's that.
We're fighting.
I'll let that count as your free action to it, because you can say something as a free action. I'll let that count as a free action if you would like.
Okay. Thanks. Then I'm going to cast Ray of Frost at the imp.
All right. He doesn't like that too much, but go ahead.
Mhm.
Does he have to make a saving throw?
I don't know.
No, I think it's just a straight up attack.
Mhm.
Yeah, 16 definitely hits. You shoot out this frost ray at it, and it hits him. It doesn't look like it does as much damage against him as you think that it would. And that was against the blue one? Yeah, because you can't see the red one.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So it seems like he shrugs off some of the cold damage that hit him.
Well, that's all I can do for that round.
All right. Next up, Ilya.
Yeah, I already know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna channel primal magic to cause my teeth and fingernails to sharpen.
Nice.
I'm ready to deliver a corrosive attack. Primal savagery.
Nice. Amara, did you stay in
Oh.
did you stay in this room?
No, I'm gonna walk to the blue
I'm
one.
in the room.
Okay,
Yep.
see the other one.
Where are you in
Did
the
everyone
room?
else leave? I'm in the room.
I'm walking like 2 squares to the left and 2 squares up, and then I'm.
You're getting right up
Wait.
in the face of this imp.
Yeah, primal savagery is
All right,
coming.
I should be here.
I have to be in front.
Okay.
Yeah. Didn't I roll? No, I didn't roll yet.
Yeah, because Amara, if you want to do Ray of Frost, it is a 60 foot, so you could do it from inside this room if you wanted to stay inside this room, the one that you were in.
Well, I had shrunk down to my smallest form and flown into there though.
Okay.
I mean, I already stated that.
Sounds good. Primal Savagery, 15. That will.
Wrong thing. I didn't click damage. Wait.
All right, cool. Yeah, so you start to rake into this creature with your little bit of acid damage, and he does not like it. He's not looking too good. He's starting to regret his decision to kind of appear and attack like this. Um, awesome. Yeah. Anything else on that turn?
I don't think I have a bonus action. Can I do protection from evil and good as a bonus action?
It would list
No.
it if it is. I think
Uh,
it's an action.
yeah, it's an action. I don't have any bonus action, so no. Maybe no. Can I just use my dagger or short dagger? I don't know. Man, I checked like 5 minutes ago what I had for weapons. Yeah, dagger. Can I use my dagger as bonus action?
I don't believe so, unless you are a rogue and you've got some sort of a
No,
sneak
then I
attack.
have nothing else to do.
Okay.
Then I'm.
The other thing that you can do if you're looking at your character sheet, if you click on the actions tab, it should break it down into all actions or attack actions, regular actions, and bonus
Oh,
actions. And if you click on bonus actions, you can see what you can be able to do.
my combat wild shape. Ha. Yeah, I'm gonna go into wild shape for the first time.
Oh, okay. What are you going to turn into the shape of?
That's a bonus action.
Yeah.
I can, oh my God, this is totally new. I can, at this point, the lowest creatures, right?
Yeah, so it depends on which circle that you took. So, or
Oh,
the,
yeah, I had that list somewhere.
did you take the circle of the moon?
Yeah.
All right, so that means you can be able to shapeshift into animals up to CR rating 1.
Yeah, I had a list with the creature level ratings and I don't have it prepared.
If you have a player's hand guide in the back of the book,
Yeah, I
like
don't
page
have one.
3. Okay.
Only
I've got it
digital.
right here.
Oh my God, I should have had this
So you
prepared.
can be an owl, you can be a panther,
I'm gonna be a giant eagle.
So
giant
I was going to
eagle.
say most of the time it has to be something that you would have been able to see in the habits, sorry, in the places that you've inhabited before. Let's see, creature statistics. I don't believe you would have seen a giant eagle yet because of where they specifically
Okay,
live.
it's the first creature one, CR1 I found.
Yeah,
Wait.
Hey, could
so
become an imp.
Oh, that will be fun.
That would be
I was going to say, is an
that would be a
imp a
stretch.
beast? It's a
I
fiend.
wouldn't allow it.
Yeah, I was about to say, I you could turn into a reef shark. Nope.
Sorry,
A
guys.
black bear or a brown bear.
And I have said that you do know that black bears have been in this
Okay,
area.
I'm gonna change into a black bear.
Okay,
Mhm. Mhm.
nice.
Gosh, brown bears.
Do I click this somewhere or is it just I'm now a bear?
You are now a bear, so you still retain your wisdom and your intelligence and your charisma of yourself, but you now have the strength, dexterity, and constitution of the black bear, and you have the health and armor class of the black bear as well as its speed, any perception abilities, and any like actions that it can be able to do.
I
You are now
actually
a black bear.
click this. I
19
didn't
hit
mean to click
points.
this. That's what did I just do the bonus? Yeah, it's a bonus action. So what I just clicked was a bonus attack or not?
I'm not sure. I'd have to be honest, I can take another look at that. I haven't
Yeah,
played one.
I should have prepared this. I didn't look much
Oh,
into
it's all
wild.
good.
You can use a bonus action to expend one spell slot to regain 1d8 hit points per level of the spell slot expended, but I don't need to regain hit points. So
Okay.
what I clicked for nothing.
No worries. You can undo that click. You should be able to undo the use of that ability within D&D Beyond. Um, but you are now in the shape of the black bear. So
Bear.
you are a
Yeah.
black bear. And I'm gonna try to see if I can get some tokens set up within D&D Beyond so we can represent it and actually have you show up as those. But that is a medium beast, so you are the same size currently. The brown bear will be fun. We can
Oh
also
my
spend some
gosh.
time finding it.
Oh, you've got something there.
Yeah. The polar bear is also a favorite of mine. That's also a CR1,
A big bear.
Really?
if I'm not mistaken. I want to say the polar bear is a CR1.
Okay. It's not in the player's hand guide.
No, but it is on, let's see, polar bear 5e. It's very similar to the brown bear. Oh,
Whatever
it's
kind of bear it
CR2. That's
is,
what it was. Never mind. So when you level up, you can do it.
whatever kind of bear it is, I want to see the fairy right on its back.
We can totally arrange it.
Already a bear, so hop on.
We'll have to test
I
her
definitely can do that.
Amara's
Mhm.
animal handling skills. But the polar bear has 42 hit points that it starts with. So it's like
Oh,
it's just an infinite health pool because you just keep switching
that's
to it and
nuts.
you're just, yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's total meta.
Yep, you become really, really tanky.
Yeah. Super
Um,
Oh,
hardcore.
you see Amara's face the moment I change into a bear.
yeah. What's Amara's reaction to that?
Oh, wow. How did you do that?
All right, awesome.
Can you teach me?
Bear, kill it.
Mukdoth, having seen this bear
Hey,
appear in the room, and Amara in tiny form, she comes running over there, and she's actually going to stand in the same space as Amara because you can do that with you being a tiny now instead of just a small. And she is going to swing her Thunder Fist at the imp that's in front of her. As she's running by, she does feel a stab in her as well, from behind as she's running past, and she's going to have to make a con save just to stay. Let's see. She is at least very good with con saves. But she only rolls a 10.
Oh,
Um,
no.
and that's
Oh.
with that. So she's going to take a.
Oy.
Let me make sure that this is going
Too
through
bad I
okay.
didn't put a bless out.
Mm.
Oh yeah. So she kind of stumbles down to the ground as she's running past. Um, as she can feel this poison just kind of work into her, and she takes a significant amount of damage. And let me go ahead and put them back on the main screen. Do. Oh, come on, don't move this around. I was trying to click layer, token layer. Thank you. This would be faster if I had my mouse plugged in, but c'est la vie. So yeah, she runs past, and she takes a whopping hit from the original imp that attacked you, Zig. As she kind of stumbles to a halt right there besides this one. She's still going to make an attack roll against the imp in front of her. And
Is it still invisible?
no, it is now visible. So that's why I just put it back up there.
Okay. Okay.
Yep. And actually, I should have rolled that at advantage to see if it does crit, but I did not. So let's check again. Okay, it would not have crit. So she's going to make an attack roll against this one, and then it's going to be moving on to the imp's turn. As she stumbles forward, she swings her fist, and oh, you know what? Let me roll it from. Make sure I'm rolling it from the right one. Either way, that will definitely. Yes, that'll hit. 21 to hit. And her Thunder Gauntlet comes forward. It cracks into the face of this blue imp, and it crumples to the ground
Nice.
in defeat. Um,
One down, one to go.
yeah, this imp is going to fly over and attempt to stab at. Actually, he's going to fly around to the backside, kind of getting away from the other people, and try to stab at our dear Zig. And he is not invisible, so it's just a straight attack. He doesn't get advantage on it. 22 to hit. Man, he's rolling well.
Yeah.
All right, you're going to take 6
On save.
piercing, and you need to make a con save.
Got this.
Oh,
Hmm.
was
Nope.
that a con save, or was that just a Constitution
I
roll?
I just hit the Constitution.
Yeah, so there is a con save button below. So your
Oh,
saves,
okay. I see the saving
yep,
throws. Okay, cool. I did not know that.
yeah. So that should be a little better. Okay.
A little bit.
I'll
Well,
go ahead and okay. So I guess you're still the same on both. Either way,
yeah.
I'm fine with going with the second because that's the better number that we were doing anyways.
Hmm.
You're able to shrug off some of the effects of the poison. This is the second time you've been able to shrug off that poison,
Hmm.
but you do take 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
All right, and that is its turn. That's where it's going to stay, is right there behind you. All right,
Mm.
Zig, you are up.
Okay. Let's see. That's me right here. I'm gonna go like this. I am going to spin around and come down hard.
Go for it. Yeah, a 21 hits.
Beauty.
And you do 8 slashing damage, and you, as you're cutting into it, you knock it straight down to the ground, and in its final death throes, it looks up at you with a glare in its eyes, and it actually says in common, "The Princess of Glass will not be stopped," and then it dies.
Mhm. Well, we'll see about this princess.
All right, and you do not see any
Yeah.
more imps attacking you in this room.
Okay.
Interesting.
So my bear is a bit
Interesting.
disappointed.
And then the skeleton attacks. No, it's okay. It's just a
I
skeleton.
didn't get to use my bear. Now I have a bear and oh well. I
Well,
get the crown off.
You are still in bear form, and you have bear form for an hour, right? I believe it's an hour.
And I have bear form for half, I think half my level. Replace with if the creatures.
What was the last part of what that imp said? The princess of glass will have its what?
The Princess of Glass will not be stopped.
yep. I wrote that down verbatim.
Mm.
Hmm.
Will not be stopped.
I wonder who the Princess of Glass is, or what.
Wasn't the statue? No, that was a mill, right? The statue in the cathedral. You said it was more crystal than stone.
Yeah, it was very. It was like a cloudy gray glass
But is it female or male?
male.
This is a male
Male, so it's not a princess.
with tattoos.
Yeah, but females can have tattoos. Dying word.
Right. But I noticed it was male. Hmm. Yep.
Yeah, you noticed that it was about an adolescent's age. You
Hmm.
noticed that it had foppish hair. It was tall.
Adolescent male.
Yep.
That's what the very tall, lanky,
Mhm.
moppish hair with
Let me
tattoos.
move over to Mukdoth and check on her well-being.
She is breathing very heavily, and she kind of spits out to the side, and you can see she had blood in her mouth from it, and there was like some tinges of black to the blood. Ugh, that
Oh,
vile thing.
Well, you
Mm.
Mukdoth. I
guys,
I can
while
do
you
here.
tend to her, I'm going to stand in the main room in the chapel as bear. It saves some room in the room.
Okay,
I will try to cure her wounds.
sounds good.
So I'm in the main the wall.
You definitely are able to help out Mukdoth a lot. You see her strength start to come back into her, and she stabilizes for a little bit, and she reaches down and she presses a few different buttons on her armor. So thank you for healing her for 8. She does go back up. She presses a few different buttons on her armor, and you see a shimmering shield kind of pop up around her for a second. I wish I would have done that to start with, that would have made this a lot better. But at least this'll help if there's any more of those things around. Um, she explains to you that she just turned on her guardian armor's defensive field.
Oh,
So
interesting.
she's given herself some temporary hit points.
Nice.
So I have a look at Sig if he's injured.
I'm looking kind of bleakish. Colors out of my face, looking kind of nauseous.
Okay, I will.
Is that
Sure.
an appropriate
Cure wounds.
description?
I think so.
Mm-hmm. I'll cast Cure Wounds for Sig.
All right.
Hmm. Hmm.
All right. You get four HPs back.
That helps. Thank you. Good fairy.
You're welcome.
So what was they saying about the Princess of Glass? Wouldn't happen to have anything to do with that statue out there, would it?
I wonder. I mean, it has like markings on it, but apparently that's normal. So
Actually, a 12.
Okay. Let me. I'm gonna go take a look and see if I can see anything. So she walks out. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna follow her. Hmm?
I want to examine this room a little bit more. This priest here,
Mm-hmm.
by the robes, can I tell what its rank or position was in the church?
Yeah, you could be able to tell that this was the priest that was in charge of the overkeep of this particular shrine to Suni. So it was the head priest
Okay.
for this shrine.
Belonged to him as well. He was a wizard, probably.
What was your question? Sorry.
The spell book belonged to him, so we can presume he was a wizard then.
You would be able to tell as much. You could be able to assume that that was his personal chest.
Book. I'm a bear now.
Yeah.
Can I see if the book belongs to him?
You still have your intelligence, if I'm not mistaken. Wild shape. You're not doing a pure polymorph.
Keen
Right.
smell. The bear has advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on smell. So
Yeah.
I'm smelling if the book and the skeleton share a scent.
Roll a perception at advantage.
So I'm back in the room then.
That's fine.
Yeah, bears have that, right? Keen.
Yep.
Yeah, they have
Nice.
keen smell.
That's cool.
That'll make it really helpful for tracking. 19,
Yeah.
you can definitely be able to tell that not just the book, but the different scrolls, the leather satchel that was in there that has the book inside it, or the wizard spell book inside it, and the sheets on the covers, the robe, everything. It all has that same smell. So you'd be able to reasonably assume that that belonged to him.
And I also sniff, is that a chest in the corner by the bed?
It is a chest in the corner. You can.
I sniff that as well.
It smells very, very much like the sheets and like the robe that he's wearing.
I was actually just looking at that. Is it locked?
It does not appear to be locked.
Oh. I
Probably
go
closed chest.
over with my fingers, not paws with big claws, but
There you go.
fingers. Open up the chest.
Yeah, you open up the chest, and the first thing that you see on top of the chest when it's open is a set of robes that look to be very neatly folded and well tended.
Okay, I lift them up.
Okay. You start rooting through it a little bit, and you are able to see that there's like part of the bottom of the chest doesn't look like the rest of the chest.
I tap it. Tap, tap, tappy.
It seems hollow.
Okay, I try to open it. If I can, I'd like maybe take a dagger.
Sure. I mean, you can try to take a dagger to it and see if you can work it in. Go ahead and roll like a sleight of hand.
Let's see.
I can break it with my claws.
You're having a hard time being able to find the like a spot to get the dagger in place to be able to wiggle it and try to get it
Okay.
open.
The right leverage.
Yeah, you're having a little
Okay.
hard time finding the release mechanism for it.
All right. I say, Mara, with
Mhm.
with your tiny, sweet little fingers, do you think you might be able to get this bottom open up?
Sure, I could try. I'm gonna go over there and try to pry it open.
I tried with this dagger, but it just didn't work.
We have an artificer, right?
Yes.
Can she do it with her lockpicking tools?
She actually has a suction cup extension to her arm.
There,
I don't know that she would have lock-picking tools, but
So she has the lockpicking tools
oh, does she?
in the front of her thing, but it doesn't look like this is locked as much as it's some sort of a false bottom.
Okay, I'll try to open it with my fingers.
Okay. Go ahead and roll a sleight of hand.
Okay.
Yeah, it feels like it's just all one solid piece for you. You push
Shoot.
down on it and you feel that it has a little bit of give, but you can't really like get your fingers into anything.
Can I jump up and down on it?
Sure. Go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump up and down on it.
All
See
right.
if that helps.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say when you jump up and down on it, you're giving enough force to it that you feel the wood break at the top of it, and you hear a clink underneath it as the wood like hits something underneath it.
Oh, it broke there.
All right.
I was about to put my claws in, but hearing there's a clink, I think I better not.
All
I
right.
think I'm cool what's under there.
Yeah. So you move the wood aside. I'm assuming you're looking inside it. Yeah, you move the wood aside and you see two things that are sitting in there. You see an amulet of some sort that's on a chain, and then beside that you see a little coin sack.
Fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
there is an amulet and a coin sack or coin pouch.
And the coin pouch is pretty hefty. I mean, there's like 23 gold coins in there. There's 53 silver pieces in there, and you actually see two little bars of platinum in there as well.
Wow.
How many bars of platinum?
2 bars of platinum.
Okay.
And then the amulet, it has the rose symbol of Sunni on it.
Oh, Steak, this amulet has the rose symbol of Sunni. And there's
that's
gold and silver
beautiful.
and platinum in here.
Oh, this is really good.
I feel sort of wrong stealing. Yeah, I can speak, but I feel wrong stealing money and platinum.
All of you hear.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I don't speak there.
I was like,
To nudge the bag of coins back.
I grab some rations and give it to the bear, hold it out because it's obviously hungry.
Yes, yes. I take the pouch. I pick up the pouch.
Oh yeah, I take the robes and I take the amulet. I say this is beautiful. I'm going to wear this with honor until I can find a more established temple to Sunni, and then we can let those priests know what we have found.
Sounds good. Yeah, you put on the amulet and with it on, you feel a little bit more in touch to Sunni than without it. You feel like almost energized by it a little bit.
I just breathe a little bit and take it in.
Mukdoth looks over at you as you're doing that because I guess she's also come back into the room when she heard the splintering. She thought that something had attacked you again, but upon seeing
Well,
you,
we found gold and silver, Mukta, and platinum.
It was
that's
23 gold, 2 platinum bars, and how much silver?
53 silver, 23 gold, 2 platinum bars, and a rose amulet.
No, I just missed the silver.
Yep.
Mhm.
I imagine that was probably his special items that he probably kept. When I came up here last, this must have been that caretaker that I saw. He was out digging in the graves and making sure that, well, he wasn't digging a grave. He was planting some flowers out there beside it. But this was months ago that I saw him. It's I would never have guessed that he would have been decayed to this state towards just his skeleton left. That's disturbing.
You say a month ago?
No, it was about 3 months ago when I arrived
3 months
in town.
ago. Still, yeah.
Hmm. I'm not
But
sure how human decomposition works.
if I were you, I would hold on to that amulet, though. I've dealt with magic items and imbuing items with powers before, and I think that one might have some sort of power to it. I don't know exactly what it would be, but probably
I
some
could
sort of holy power.
definitely feel Suni touching me through it.
It's probably,
It was
That's excellent.
joyful, energizing touch.
well, it's doing you more help than it's going to be doing him.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
With that in mind, he does not actually need the gold and silver, so I think we should just take it.
Yes, probably. It's
Well,
probably for the best.
for now, and if we can find another church or temple, we can, speak with them about this.
Mm-hmm.
But until then, yeah,
I,
it could help us.
unfortunately, I do need you to come see this. I think I've figured out something.
Okay.
Okay,
Real
we will.
real quick, I look on this desk just to see if there's anything that would give the name of this priest.
You just typically see more poetry that was in work, and it's not very good poetry.
Okay.
I mean, you see something to the effect of roses are red, Sunni is blue, and then you see like a line scratched through it.
It's not Vorgon though.
It's not as bad as Vorgon. It is not mind-numbingly
Okay.
death-inducing bad as Vorgon is. Um,
Okay.
but it is close.
Okay. All right.
Mukdoth does lead you back out, and she walks up to the statue that's up at the end, the kind of glassy gray statue.
Okay.
Hmm.
She points to the ground at the base of the statue, and you see that the pedestal that he's on has all of these square tiled stones that have a rose on them, and there's one directly underneath him that is missing. What did you say that stone block was that you found in the coffin?
Tim, I'm not able to move my character. I can't get over there.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you go through the door.
Oh, okay.
Yep. I've got
Trying
boundaries enabled.
trying to walk through
Oh,
walls? That
I
just
am trying to
does
walk through
not
walls.
work.
Okay.
So let's-
Who had that?
I believe it was. Did you pick it up, Amara, or do
Pick up what?
the stone that had the rose that was broken in two, or did Zig? Did you have that in your bag?
I think Zig got
I
it.
thought Sig picked it up, actually.
Zig picked it up.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So she would ask that you would take it out and
Yeah. I
you
think that.
you
Yeah.
fit it down. She takes it and she puts it down in place at the foot of the statue, and
Hmm.
it seems like it's a perfect fit. Both halves slide into place where that statue is. Um,
Okay.
I think that that was part of what had perverted this temple, but that is not the only thing wrong here. Do you notice anything about this statue?
I'd take a look at it. I didn't really look at it earlier.
Go ahead and roll a one more time for everyone. Go ahead and roll a perception or an investigation. Excuse me.
Perception or?
Yep, I'll let you do it. See if you notice anything subconsciously or if you're actively looking for something.
You can choose between
Oof.
investigation and
I'm
perception.
Yeah, I'm letting you choose at this point or for this one.
Good, because one is +3 and the other +0.
Whoa.
Ilya, you notice with Mukdoth kind of directing your attention and starting to put two and two together. Um,
But I can't speak what I notice.
you can't speak what you notice because you're a bear. Um,
Yeah.
can I whisper this to Ilya? Because this would be really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ilya, um,
Oh my god, this is gonna be fun. Pictionary with a bear. Pictionary.
Jabari.
Oh, nice. Oh.
it could not have worked out better for the bear to figure this out.
Okay.
What do you do with this information?
Like,
For now, you know what? When I checked the tents and the bedrolls earlier, I said I'm not gonna say it now. I'm not gonna say it now.
Okay.
For now,
Um,
and I can't. Yeah,
you
guys.
start looking over the statue and you notice that all of you notice that the tattoos seem to be words, but they're
mm.
all just nonsensical. Like you recognize individual letters, but you only recognize a few letters here and there, and it seems to be a jumble of different languages all over his body and um, or all over the body of this statue that's right here.
Cake,
Um,
basket, floor, cloud,
yes.
Um,
beam.
do I notice any in Sylvan?
You do see a few letters in Sylvan here and there, but
Is there
Mhm.
go ahead.
anything in goblin?
You do see a few letters in Goblin,
Hmm.
Interesting.
and no
Could
one
we
here
trans?
speaks
We could
Infernal.
maybe translate as many letters as we can and write them out in common, to construct possible meaning.
You could try. You think that it would probably take some time because the letters are just spread out everywhere
When she
on.
says this, I roar and just shake my head.
Are you hungry again?
So I shake my head. That's pretty clear for everyone.
Okay. So I see some of this jumble is in common and some of it's in goblin. I don't know what the other ones might be.
There's some Sylvan. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Is that fairy?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can read common, druidic, and elvish. So I point with my hand at what I would be able to read if I was human. Because
She's going like this. Mm-hmm.
The bear is hungry for the statue?
Not really sure.
Mukdoth does kind of get down on or closer to the base of the statue and looks at it, and she can see that, or she points to it and shows that it appears that this gray crystal not only it's not just like sitting on top of the pedestal. It looks like the crystal has almost been dug through the stone or it's coming out of the stone, but it looks like somehow it is buried in the floor of the cathedral itself and becoming almost like it's going down deeper into the earth beneath this. She also starts to take a look
Oh,
at it and says, "From what I can be able to tell, this this statue, it was not here when I came and visited 3 months ago."
I'm going to sniff around, smell, keen smell,
Uh-huh.
to see if I can find a trapdoor going down,
Okay, go
I'd
ahead.
like to.
basement or anything.
Go for it. And what were you saying, Amara?
I was gonna say I was gonna try to see if the crystal is natural crystal.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and run an Arcana check. Ilya, you start sniffing around to try to see if there is some sort of a basement area. You don't find any basement stuff, but you do pick up a trail of the scent of the dirt from outside. You do kind of get a sense that at some point there was like a pile of that dirt in here or something to that effect. Amara, with that 10, you would be able to tell that this statue was not it wasn't carved out of anything. It doesn't look like there was a block of glass that was carved to look like this.
Okay, so this is not carved glass
I shake
at
my
all.
nod,
Mm-mm.
and then I nod to you like,
Yeah, this is not something someone made like this.
Hmm. If someone didn't make it, then how was it made?
roar!
What is she trying to say? Was
Um,
if this wasn't naturally made, could it have been one of the missing people?
Roar!
possibly, maybe they are cast in this glass material rather than actually being carved. It's not carved. It's not like someone made this, like an artist or sculptor.
I'm
I
yeah,
take a step closer and take a closer look at it. Like, what?
All right, go
This
ahead
is
and roll another investigation at advantage since you're getting help from the bear, kind of directing you as
okay.
you're looking at the right. With a 15, you would notice that the the foppish hair and the tall, gangly appearance, it starts to trigger something in the back of your mind that the mayor had told you to look out for when it comes to a boy who was tall and gangly and had foppish hair
Oh,
that she was had been
oh,
looking for.
Oh,
What?
roar!
what's going on, Sake?
What is it? What is it? Have you figured
this is
something out about
just
the tattoos?
like what the mayor said about the boy.
The
Roar!
her
The boy
grandson?
who went missing.
Her
Oh
grandson?
my,
How?
oh yeah.
Oh no.
I can't believe it.
Oh,
Well, I, this writing has to mean something.
oh no.
Has to mean something.
Is it typical that such a young person would have so many tattoos that they would get? Mm-mm.
No, no, I can speak to that. I saw Hal just a 10-day ago. Um, he and the other boys were playing in the village, and no, this is it truly him? The She kind of looks around at the front of him and takes a closer look at all of his facial features. The uh, the tattoos, those are new. That is not something that he had. But you're you're right. This This must be how. There's no other explanation.
Would I be able to put together what kind of significance the tattoos markings could have on this?
I think so. Go ahead and roll a religion or an arcana. Probably a religion if you're going to be thinking back.
Okay, they're both the same.
And I'd say since you're, yeah, okay, perfect.
Mm.
I was going to say like with you actually feel that by touching into your religious side, um, you feel like a little bit of a strengthening from that amulet that's on you.
Mm.
Um, you would be able to tell that the while you don't understand the words or the letters or the combinations of everything on him, that there
Hmm.
is a significance to it, that it seems to be some sort of incantation that has made itself um, visible on
Hmm.
this statue's skin, on this Hal statue's skin.
Okay.
Um, you would be able to tell that because it looks like it travels up underneath the clothes that he's wearing, and the clothes themselves are also crystalline in nature.
Hmm.
That the
It's some kind of like
tattoos,
etched rune, like magically etched rune.
yeah, you would be able to ascertain that much, that something that those runes probably predicated
Okay.
the turning into the statue.
I say, I don't think these are tattoos. I think this is some kind of magic that
Mm.
has put him in this state and could, I have to hope, possibly get him out of it.
We should try to break him free, if nothing else, to send him home.
I walk to the chest in the middle room.
Hmm.
Found the scroll and the incantations,
Hmm.
and I bump it with my head.
Oh, the scroll of lesser restoration.
Yeah, exactly. I bump
Mm.
chest with my head to pull their attention to it in hopes that they get what I mean.
Oh, that's that
There's no food in
desk
there.
in there. What was in that? Ink?
That was ink. That was the scroll
Scrolls?
of restoration, the lesser
Oh,
restoration.
restoration was in there.
I don't know
Um,
what lesser restoration is, but there is like scrolls in there. Hmm. Hmm. I
Yeah,
remember that.
and then lots
I
of
remember
poetry.
that. And poetry. There
Hmm.
might have been a magical scroll. Hmm.
Okay.
yeah, the
Well, if
scroll.
I'm hearing this, then I would walk over and take a look at it. Look at the scroll.
Yep. And Mukdoth kind of walks over there with you and takes a look at it alongside. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't, I don't believe this is going to be strong enough to bring him back to whatever state of the living. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this works
Yeah.
on if there were poison or if he was blinded or deafened in some way, even
Yeah.
paralyzed, we might be able to use it. But uh,
But this is something big.
this is beyond me. I think
Yeah.
we may need to visit the sages at Candlekeep.
Find someone bigger and more powerful.
I do know that they do have they've got powerful wizards over there that might be able
Where?
to help over in Candlekeep, where I was sent from. When they asked me to figure out a little bit more about what was going on in this area. Um,
Well, we should consider going there then to get whatever thing we need to free this boy.
I agree.
While they are seeing this, I'm gonna grab my chance and use my keen smell around the cathedral. So where Sig and I inspected before we went in, now I have keen smell. I'm gonna check those places again to see if we missed anything.
okay, go for it. Go ahead and roll an investigation, and you've got your keen senses. As you're doing that,
Check,
Mukdoth does
right?
say
Investigation or perception? Because my stat block says keen smell is perception.
Oh, true. If you're, yeah, if you're just trying to see if there's anything else that's around there and you're kind of keeping an eye out for everything, you could be able to say perception. You're keeping an eye out for different things.
Yeah, I'm just smelling if I smell anything that I missed because I've seen everything with my elven eyes, but
Sure,
my bear's nose then.
sure. Go ahead and roll perception.
Mm.
Oh, I like those advantage rolls.
Yeah. Um, you can be able to smell that, or by this point, just so you know, the rain has started to come down outside. You can hear it tapping on the windows. You can be able to smell that the dirt outside, like that same scent that you smelled inside. It gets stronger as you're going towards the doors and heading over towards the grave area. It smells a little fresher than the rest of the stale area, um, but that's about all you can be able to tell is that there's like a smell of slightly fresher dirt outside by the
It's
graves.
on exactly one spot, or it's an whole area that
You, you,
smells.
you smell it over in the back left corner of the grave of the tombstones.
Digging there with my claws.
Okay, sure. So you can go out there and the rain is coming down on you a little bit. And
Yeah.
you start to dig in this area, and as you're digging, you start to get another smell kind of coming up from it. It's a distinctly human smell, similar to the smell that you got in the room with the wizard's clothes and everything else, but it's a different. It's like it's the smell of a different human that's buried over there.
Follow me or not?
Do what?
But did anyone follow me, or am I alone outside now?
I don't know. Amara, Zig, did you follow? Or did we lose Amara?
No, I'm
Oh, there you
here.
are. Okay. Sorry, my,
Um,
my screen was covered.
no, I'm here. I just didn't have a chance to do anything yet. So
Oh, my apologies.
I will. I could follow Ilya because it's not like I know anything about the scrolls or tattoos.
I'm slapping mosquitoes.
So I will follow Ilya.
Okay,
I'll fly after her since I'm still in small form technically.
sounds
I
good.
mean, I can walk, but it'll just take longer.
Of course. All right, so you're out there with Ilya.
Hmm.
And as you start looking, you see that Ilya is able to dig up what looks to be like a box that is buried under just a few feet of loose earth.
Oh, wow. Let's try to open this maybe.
All right, yeah, it's pretty straightforward to be able to open up.
Just
Okay.
pounce on it with my claws.
I'll open it. I go into larger form to open the box.
Okay. You open up the box and you look inside it, and you see multiple sets of clothes of like children aged clothes, ranging from really small to, right about adolescent size. Um, and it appears that this box has been buried a few different times. You can be able to see that this dirt over here is loose, um, and has been replaced a number of times. And Ilya, you get a number of different scents coming from that box that all seem to be different.
Do I smell all? Oh wait, I don't know his scent.
You don't know his scent, but you do
I
smell
wonder.
a few different ones.
I wonder. These clothes might be for all the missing children and whatnot, and this box has been buried and reburied multiple times. I don't know if these graves are related or not, but it's over by the graves, correct?
Correct.
Do I
Yeah.
smell anything else on the gravesite?
You aren't really smelling much of anything else other than just the smell of nature that you're used to as a bear.
Okay. Then I don't
Um,
go anywhere else because I
wonder
don't.
if we should tell Sig. since he's the one who knows about Suni and
Roar! I
and
roar. Stick comes running.
Come over
I,
and take a look at what you guys are doing.
so Sag, Ilya's found this box and I opened it and there are all these different clothes. This box has been buried and dug up and reburied many times. It's next to the graves here. I don't know if it's related or if there's something to do with your goddess.
I take a look at the contents.
Yeah, you start looking through, and it doesn't look like these have anything to do with the goddess Suni.
Yeah, this isn't anything to do with anything temple or religious. They're
Mostly children clothes.
just random clothes.
Are they random?
And then I will look at them to see which kind of person may be like wearing these clothes. Like, are they children? Are they adult? Are they small adult?
Sure.
They're children,
Large child.
small to adolescent size.
You see kids. You would have seen the kids in the village running around in clothes very similar to these.
Okay, what about the clothes that the gnomes were wearing? Is there
The
anything in
clothes
here
that the
that's similar to
gnomes were
that?
wearing were very distinct, and they were very different. It was more leathery in nature and um, utilitarian rather than just like these wool fabrics that are in here.
Okay, so there's nothing that looks gnomish in here.
Correct.
Okay.
Do you think any of these graves are related since they're by it, or?
You start looking at the graves that are there, and you can tell that there's a few different like family names that are written on them, but they seem to be kind of grouped together with the like family names.
Okay. So yeah, no, this does seem to be kind of a regular graveyard.
Okay.
Mukdoth does come out to stand in the rain with y'all. It's now coming down pretty significantly.
Okay.
What time is it by now?
Mid-morning still.
We should consider, I don't know if we'll find more here or not, but going to Candlekeep might be a viable option.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe, yeah, I can speak.
Yeah, I think that would be
I
that would
look
be a good next move. I think maybe we should maybe wait in the church until it dries out some.
Yeah, I look at the rain and I just walk inside and go lay down.
I think that's a
Okay.
good plan. We
I guess
can
we'll be staying in the church or the cathedral and having a rest of some kind.
sounds good. And then maybe should we go try to see if we can find this gnomish person before going back into the village and telling them what we discovered, or would you want to go back and tell them
Roar!
in Erebor before we head off to try to find this gnome?
Well, we'll take a look
We
and try
can
to
do
find
that.
the gnome.
Okay.
And if nothing comes up, then we can just keep on moving.
Let's do that. I think I could use a rest
Yeah.
after that anyways.
Okay.
All right. So we'll go into this. Let's see if you guys are able to do. You have no problem being able to get off a short rest. The rain keeps going for a little bit of time. And a short rest is 1 hour. You can roll hit dice in order to get health back.
I will roll a hit dice.
Sounds good. And if it's okay by you guys, I think this might be a good place to pause for this session.
Oh no, we are playing until 10.
That's
it's half
Jenny is not going to bed ever.
10:40 here.
10:40. Yeah, I was about to say it's pretty late for Ilya.
Okay. Well, since it's already 10 for one of us, I
There
guess.
you go.
Is there a hit dice spot on the sheet?
Yes. So if you click short rest on your character sheet,
Okay, got it.
there is a tracker for the hit dice right there. So
Okay.
as you start to spin them, and then when you perform a long rest, it comes back, like you get to use it. So um, Mukdoth is also going to use a hit dice. Nice, you got 6 health back. So
Yeah, I'm still
that's
fully
Short rest
developed. I
taken.
didn't use any spell slots, so.
I got
Does-
six back.
yeah, she got 6 back, and then she's going to use another hit dice too.
Big, you looked like you had 9.
Oh, well, yeah, it still fills. That's nice.
One
And
one
she's
question.
full.
I can wild shape twice a day, right?
Correct.
Yeah, but now I take a short rest. Does my wild shape cancel? Like,
After your wild shape would disappear because I think it lasts for an hour.
yeah, but does it count as? Is it like a spell slot? But now with a short rest, I get it back. Something. If you look at my future traits and all, you see wild shape uses and then slash short rest.
Do you get spell slots back for a short rest? I didn't think so.
Not normally. Certain wizards can get like spells back, like abjuration wizards can use or can get like an abjuration spell back or something like that.
I'm not talking about spell slots.
Yeah, it's the feature, your wild shape feature. I'm pulling up your character sheet right now to confirm. Let's see. Let's full screen that for a second.
I'm sending it in Messenger. It says short rest, so I don't know what that.
Features and traits. Wild shape. As an action. Yeah, you get 2 per short rest. So once you do a short rest, it'll reset and you'll get all your stuff back. Yep.
Nice.
So if you click short rest at the top of your screen, and then you go down and you click take short rest.
Yeah, I done, but it didn't empty the
It didn't reset it. Okay. Yeah, you can just clear that use and you've got it.
But I don't mind playing longer, but you said it like it's late for Jenny, but it's not that late for me.
Sure. No, I understand. I am getting text messages, probably from my better half saying, "Hey, where'd you go?" Because I'm going to take Logan to the movies.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fun. What are you gonna see?
Right on.
That new, I don't even remember what it's called. It's that new movie that has the little robots that all the kids get, and the one kid gets a robot that's defective, and it's about that defective robot. It's supposed to be a really cute looking movie.
Oh, nice. I haven't heard of it yet, but
Yeah.
I'm sure it's gonna be good.
So we'll have fun with all of that. But
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Tim.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Been awesome.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a fun time.
It was fun.
Yeah,
I liked meeting the imps.
Yeah. Little bit of combat, a little bit of danger, not too much right now. But
I just kept seeing the RuneScape imps. There's a stupid quest in RuneScape where you have to get like balls, like pearls. And I just kept seeing beads. They're called beads. You have to get 4 color beads, and I just kept seeing those beads in front of me.
Nice.
Okay.
Well, we will make it a little bit more deadly next time.
Great.
In the meantime,
totally necessary.
Enjoy the rest of your time. I appreciate you hopping on, and I will chat at you guys soon. We'll schedule another date because I really want to make this more often. And
this is fun.
Good. I hope you guys are enjoying it so far. So.
Yeah, you bet.
Thank you.
Awesome.
All right. Thank
you guys,
you,
take care.
everyone. Yeah,
take care.
Too.
All right. I'm going to end the recording.
Laters.